Good evening to everyone. Once again, we're here on the Blue Stand. Um, a lot of things have happened since we last was here. The big news, of course, as everyone knows, is Graham Potter is no longer our manager, and Bruno Sorta will take over for tomorrow night's game. Um, yeah, um, let's welcome Cheryl here. Cheryl, can you hear me?
Yeah, big up everyone. Big up Nick.
Yeah,
Thanks
big
for
up.
having me here.
Yeah, of
Big
course.
up everyone watching. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit that like button. Yeah, right. Big up Nick,
Yeah.
bro.
Sorry. I'm going to start with this Graham Potter news and everything. Um, Today he made Bruno Soto made his first press conference. Didn't have much to say. He talked all right for me. He was he used to be a player for Brighton, ex Brighton player and legend, I think. I don't remember him that much. It's a long time ago when he was playing, and he's been a coach ever since. He came with Graham Potter on his coaching staff. Um, this is what he had to say, more or less. There's no fresh injury news. It's the same as before against Aston Villa. No new injury concerns. What else he said? Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, that's what he was saying. He was talking about the Aston Villa defeat as well. Uh, he had he was saying we dominated the game against Aston Villa. We lost the game. There was a few mistakes. Overall, it was a good performance, and we had a lot of chances. He said. But, now, he said he sees it's an opportunity for the players who represent Chelsea with an amazing history that Chelsea have. It's about winning and dominating. We need to prepare for the game as preparation helps performance a lot. That's what the players need to focus on. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He didn't say anything bad. He told the truth. He talked about Graham Potter. He said they talked on the phone. Graham Potter wished him well, and Graham Potter told Bruno to say goodbye to the media, thanks to the media, whatever. The media like that, but I don't know what that's about. But and as far as the latest news I've been gathering, uh, is Bruno Sorta will be here on a game-to-game basis because Chelsea they can appoint a manager. They said it can be during this season, it can be any time, but they're not going to rush into it. They're saying, two things. They don't want to rush into it. They want to talk to other candidates first, and it could be this season. Like Bruno said, he said, as far as he's concerned, he's in charge of tomorrow night's game against Liverpool. And
Yeah,
after
Nick,
that,
Nick,
yeah,
Nick.
hold on, Cheryl, let me finish. Yeah, and after that, sorry, I won't keep you long. Yeah, after that, it's the next game if he's still in charge. There's a lot of candidates been mentioned. Pochettino, even Nagelsmann, Enrique, Moreno, even um, a lot of names plus a few others. He was talking about not him. The media were talking about Nagelsmann. They said a lot of Chelsea have been thinking about Nagelsmann, and but the only thing some of the board members think is a bit too young to take control. Some like the idea. Some, they're not decided, but he's still on the list. they want to appoint the right manager. Like I said, it could be during the season, it could be next summer before pre-season. They just want to do the right thing because they admitted it. They said, they don't want to make any other mistakes. They made a big mistake firing Thomas Tuchel. And then they made a big mistake to hire Graham Potter. They thought it was the right one for a new process, but eventually I think they came to the right conclusion. Like we all thought, even me from the start, I didn't believe or have a feeling for Graham Potter at all. So I'm very happy at the moment. Bruno will be in charge tomorrow. I just hope they give him John Terry to help him, or someone like John Terry. I don't know, but probably not. But we'll see. Tomorrow he's going to be in charge, and we take it from tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, Cheryl, go ahead. Let me just welcome Jacob as well before you go ahead. Yeah, welcome, Jacob. Can you hear me?
Hey Nick, yep, I can hear you, man. Thanks.
Oh, good. Yeah, so yeah, Cheryl, sorry to cut you off. Cheryl?
Yeah, you can hear me, Nick.
Yeah, loud and clear, yeah.
Yeah, right. What I was trying to say is John Terry has announced that he's ready to take over any role besides the manager that will be appointed at Chelsea Football Club. He's announced that already, so
Yeah.
I think that will work for us in the dressing room as
Can
well.
I ask you, where did you
Yeah,
see it?
I've seen
Where
some
did you
reports.
see
He's
it?
announced.
Where?
Yeah, he's announced it. He's announced it. You can
himself?
go and check on
Yeah,
Twitter.
really? That's good. That's great news. I
Not
hope.
this Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
Go
Matt
on.
Lowe guy is the one who announced it.
Oh, all right.
So yeah.
I don't believe these journalists. They're guessing. Look, I will believe it when I see it from the Chelsea website, like I did when they made the statement yesterday that they sacked Graham Potter. I know Matt Law says a lot. Sometimes he's right, but a lot of times he's wrong. I don't believe. I don't believe these journalists. Not one of them. I want John Terry to be there,
Yeah,
of
right.
course.
But
Yeah, go on.
yeah, right. But for this one, I think I think for this one he's right. He's right. I think he announced it was a podcast or something like that. So I think John Terry spoke out. So but then
Yeah, I
he
hope
announced
so.
it on Twitter. So I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, but
I think
they're
uh,
announcing.
it's
If you
true.
go on Twitter, sorry, Cheryl, if you go on Twitter, you're going to see some of them already say that Rick is a manager. It's all different reports. Everyone guessing. I'm not saying nothing. When I say from Chelsea, then I believe it, but I don't believe any journalist. Doesn't matter who he is. Yeah, let me just read what Enzino is saying. Potter got 30 million. Now he got more than that. I can tell you right exactly how much he got. This is coming from Chelsea. 21.5 million was the sum Chelsea gave to Potter. They came to an arrangement. It wasn't 60 million like we all thought. They managed to get it down to 21.5 million. But that's massive for him. He's a multimillionaire, so he's laughing, Graham Potter, right now. But they made their mistake, so they paid for it. Yeah, Jacob, what do you think about Graham Potter and everything?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, big
Well,
up to you, man. Yeah,
yeah, big ups, man. Yeah, and I will say I think it's good he's gone. I think it came at the right time, like what I was talking about yesterday. But I'm glad that they're not rushing it this time, because when we sacked Tuchel, it was like immediately like Potter,
yeah,
and it was just like zeroed in immediately. And like I know Nagelsmann is in the news with the journalists and everything, but he's not been officially named the coach yet. And so,
no,
and so I think they're taking their time here, maybe just a little bit more at least, and thinking about everything, which is right. And also, you have to remember as well, like now some of our, like our sporting director Vivel and some of these other people have now like had more time to work together at the club, and be more established at the club. So I feel like this time around the process is going to go better. And, I did see where they maybe had worries about his age, or, who knows if the journalists are just lying about that as well, right? We don't know what they're, if they're actually worried about his age or not. I feel like that's hard to tell. But I
Yeah.
mean, he's, for me, I just think about, I actually did watch him a little bit when he was at Salzburg, and uh, he's struggled. Like at times in Europe, like Europa League, they got beat really bad one year and stuff, and then he went to Bayern Munich, and they had they lost last year, but this year, um, you can really tell like he's improved a ton as a manager.
Hmm.
Like they were amazing in the Champions League this year. He hasn't lost a single game in the Champions League. They beat PSG on aggregate 3-0, and they're one of the, obviously PSG normally they're not great defensively, but they'll still score goals no matter what. So to hold them to
Yeah,
zero
yeah.
goals is, he showed improvements, as a manager. And so I'm kind of surprised at just 35 years old that
Yeah,
they
it's
did
only
decide to sack him, because you can tell he's like a guy on the come up. They've only
he
lost
is,
3
yeah, he
games all
will
year.
be. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be an elite manager one day. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But
he is on
also
the list.
Enrique,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the thing. If they want to go with an older, more experienced guy, like Enrique has done everything there is to do. And
Mm,
that Spain team didn't have like the most talent. Like it's not like the old Spain teams, like they didn't really have the most talent internationally at the moment. And he still made them look really good in the Euros, and he made them look good in the World Cup at times. They had some fantastic games.
yeah.
So I wouldn't be upset with getting him either. And if it's, one of those two guys, I think we'll be in good hands.
What about you? What about the other names that have come up? What do you think about Pochettino? But we did go for
I'm
we
not a
went for.
big, yeah,
I'm not a fan of
no,
Pochettino.
I'm not a big fan of his either. I
No,
mean, like the
we
way I
don't
look
know.
at it,
Yeah,
when he went to PSG after Tuchel, honestly, he only took them backwards from where Tuchel
yeah.
had them. And I don't really think that that's the type of guy that we should be bringing in right now. Like
No, they.
Nagelsmann with his connections to our board, and Enrique with what he's done, like in the past as a
Yeah, I
manager,
think like you said,
just way better options.
Nagelsmann, he's got connections
Yeah, I really like the
with
fact.
Vivel
Yeah,
and
I
a
really
few
like the
others.
fact that Vivell and him
Oh,
have worked
sure, I've
together.
got two Sheros. Sorry, one. Sorry,
Oh,
one. Shero, can you talk so I see which is the right one? I'll have two of you. That's it. That's better. Yeah. Let me just see if it's the right one. No. Let me
oh,
add
he
you
must be
again.
having connection issues or something.
Yeah, sorry. Let me add him again. Now
Oh
it
no,
should
you're
be okay.
fine.
Now he's here. Yeah, 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 Jacob. For me, the only thing, well, some board members, I've been told, a lot of them they like the idea of Nagelsmann, but they in talks now. The board all together. They're going out there talking to all these people, Porocino even, Enrique, and a lot of others. Maybe Jose as well. They're probably having talks. He's busy at AC Milan, but if someone like that will come, will be in the summer. But they divided. But Nagelsmann seems to be the top favorite right now.
Yeah, and I
I
think,
think.
yeah,
Yeah, go on.
I think so. I mean, so many things just with that like lineup, it makes sense. Like, the fact that our owners want a project manager, and that's what it seems like he is, because he's younger,
Yeah,
he's got the age for that type of a thing. And then also, uh, just the fact as well that, they want one of our coaches, and
mhm.
so anybody's going to have to negotiate with them to get him. But it could almost just be a straight swap if Barry goes the other way, and so it feels like so much of this, it could very easily work out and come across, quickly. I mean, not before Liverpool, obviously, but
Yeah,
I would say they're going to take their time, but it would make
yeah,
sense if you hired him at least a few days before Real Madrid. It would make a ton of
yeah.
sense. I mean, the
Yeah,
guy hasn't lost in the Champions League. I mean, this is the type of dude you would want to bring in before. So, I mean, like the way
yeah,
I'm looking at it is we need to win the Champions League, and
yeah.
we need
Well,
to.
we can. We've done it before with an interim manager.
And now that
Now,
Potter's gone, exactly, we need to
yeah.
do it.
Now, yeah. Before we were down, we knew we didn't have any chance with Pollard. That's why they got rid of him. Eventually, Bowley and everyone else that came to the senses, they listened to Vivell because he knew, he's the main one there. Plus, what's his name, Wayne Stanley.
Yes,
So
yeah,
that, even if he did come from Brighton, Wayne Stanley is at Chelsea. He's there for Chelsea. He doesn't care about Brighton. But
right.
so they brought the Bowley and the rest of them to their senses,
Yeah,
and they
and sometimes it just doesn't work. It
yeah,
just doesn't work.
I
That's
know.
just like the only way to say it. I mean, they took a
And then you know
chance
what
at something.
Jacob, they said the people were saying ex players were saying they don't want to rush into it. They don't want to make another mistake. They're scared now
Yeah,
because they said we made a mistake to sack Tuchel. They admitted it, which I'm glad they did. They haven't said it openly, but they have. They said they made a mistake by sacking Tuchel and hiring Graham Potter. They did, at the time they thought it was the same best choice for this
right.
process. Bowley had a dream to make this like like his baseball team, but football's different. And I got a lot. The only thing about Nagelsmann, for me, even like everyone else, is his age.
Yep,
Can he get these young players to listen to him? And you know what I mean. 45 that's the only thing. If he was 45, he'd be right now. They would have got him right now. But
oh yeah,
they approached him. They have been talking to him, and he said, first of all, he needs time. He's just left Bayern Munich, so he needs time. No manager leaves a club and goes straight into another club. So I think
exactly, yeah,
so I
yeah.
think we're going to be with this Bruno Salter for the next few games. I'm glad. I don't want them to rush. I want them to talk to everyone and make sure they get the right person.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I would be equally happy with Nagelsmann or Enrique. And that's just because like both of them
yeah,
for me, they have like it, in their own ways, they have slightly different weaknesses, but they
yeah,
also bring like slightly different strengths. And that's why I'm like either one of them and I'm like fine with it because there's not a Pep Guardiola out there that you can just go get the perfect
yeah.
manager, right? It doesn't
No,
exist. Like any of
no,
the candidates that we're going after are going to have flaws in their own way. So,
exactly. It depends what they want to do. Do they want to wait for next season, or do they want to bring someone like you said before that Champions League
you're right.
massive,
Yeah. I
massive,
mean,
massive game?
and how
So
tempting is it for Nagelsmann, right? Like,
he
you're
is,
you're
yeah,
right about how like, normally managers do take time off between jobs, but it's like how tempting is it to where you're like, hey, you get to go
yeah,
get a shot in the Champions League, and if you beat Real Madrid, then you get to face the team that just sacked you and end their season.
yeah.
If they also beat City, just because we're on that same side of the little bracket in the. So I mean,
Mhm.
I don't, it's an interesting one. It really is. I mean, because you give him a chance at possible revenge, and you don't know if he would take that up. Because
Exactly. Yeah,
we're the only
exactly.
job that could possibly offer him that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, Cheryl. Let's come to you. Can you hear us, Cheryl?
Yeah, I can hear you
Oh,
guys.
good. Right, what's all your take on all the news today? I'm sure you heard about Nagelsmann, Enrique, even Pochettino be mentioned. What do you think? You think we should wait to next season, or would you want to bring him Nagelsmann or Enrique right now?
Yeah, first of all, if I want to just wait till next season, we have to understand that you see
Yeah,
this Bruno guy doesn't have a license as yet for the Champions League, right? This is his first time training um, as a head coach, a first team head coach, right?
yeah, of course.
So
First time. He's
yeah,
an
it's his
ex-player.
first
That's all.
time.
Yeah, yeah,
So I've seen reports whereby this man is going to get fined every game of the Champions League when he's in charge. He'll be fine because he doesn't have that that permissiveness, whereby he'll be able to manage Chelsea in the Champions League. He doesn't have the licenses yet, so I think
Mhm.
we need a manager soon enough. And I think for me personally, I'll go with Enrique. Enrique said that he's available for the Premier League, and
Yeah.
he needs a Premier League club. He's available, and for Nagelsmann, yes, but I have doubts for him. I think that we'll be taking a gamble
Do
because
you
he's
think?
35
Do you
years old.
think? Do you think it's because of his age, Nagelsmann? Like I do. I think he's too young. Would
Yeah,
do
it's
you?
the age. It's the age. Then the other thing is we have to understand why he was sacked by Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich saw that Tuchel was elite, like
Yeah,
unlike
I
Gaffer was
heard
around for
today.
free.
Yeah, today I heard they were saying he was sacked by Bayern Munich because he fell out with the players. He fell with the players, so that's why they got rid of him.
No, but then the players, likes of Joshua Kimmich, all of them were like they had no feeling that you see, the man had lost the dressing room. It came as a shock, right? And because Tuchel was around, and Tuchel is a world class manager, we all know that.
Hmm.
They had to act very quickly before Real Madrid would take him. So I think that's why he was sacked. So
Plus
we
the
also have
players,
to understand that,
he fell out with the players as well.
yeah, perhaps, but yeah, we also have to
Yeah, no,
understand
he
that.
did, he did. That's what I heard from a German source in Bayern Munich.
Oh,
That's why,
um,
yeah, that's why I heard
hopefully,
it
but
today. But
but yeah,
it's true. It was on the news even. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go on.
hopefully, but yeah, trust me, I'll take Enrique because Enrique has ever beaten Pep. He's managed big players, he's managed Messi,
Yeah,
he's managed
he's a massive
Xavi.
manager.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
saw him play for the Spain in the Euros. He finished in the semifinals with his young squad, right? They
yeah.
were playing good football. For the World
Eh,
Cup, I think it was just unlucky. So I think overall, Enrique's football is good and fits our project because
Yeah, I
the
mean,
young players, and I think they will respect him because if you are to remember Cristiano Ronaldo when Manchester United were about to sack Ole, he
hmm,
said he told the board that he needs Enrique in, like they should get Enrique because this is the man whereby him and Pep are in the same category. Like any player would want to play under them. So for
yeah,
me, I would go for Enrique because he will bring that winning mentality, and he's a winner, right? I love
yeah.
Nagelsmann. He should be my second option. But yeah, the reason as to why he's not my first option is because he's not yet proven. Like he's not on that world class level, like likes of Zidane, likes of Flick, likes
It's
of
not. Yeah,
Enrique,
he's
likes of
still he's
Jose.
getting there. He will be
Yeah,
one day, but he's too young for me. But I understand. I won't go. I won't be angry if they do appoint him. I will. Let's give him a chance.
yeah, exactly. He's my
But
second option as well. So
mm,
anytime if we appoint Nagelsmann or Enrique, it's a win for me because yeah, they're an upgrade to Potter. That's all I'll
but
go.
my first choice. What I've been saying, all of you.
Jose Mourinho,
Yeah,
Jose Mourinho.
yeah.
Yeah,
So if we can't get Jose, we can't get him right now. Like Nagelsmann or Enrique, they're available, but Jose won't be available to next season. So it depends what they're all talking about. If we can't get Jose, my second choice was Enrique. Third choice is Nagelsmann at the moment for me. I'm like you. If we were going to get anyone now, get Enrique.
yeah.
If not,
He's
wait for Joe.
proven and he's
Yeah,
hungry, right? And he's taking a day off. And like you said,
but
the guy is just
my
sacked by
preferred,
Bayern.
my preferred choice is wait for Jose.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow night, there's gonna be a lot of fans chanting Jose Mourinho. You watch tomorrow when we play Liverpool. I know the
Yeah, he's
fans
he's
how
he's
much they
one of
love him.
us,
Yeah, so
the special
it would.
one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going yet, but if I'm going, I'll be starting that off for sure. I could be going. I'm 50-50 right now because I'm waiting for someone to get me a ticket if he gets one. Yeah. So
But
let's what.
Nick, I
Yeah.
would take Jose as a sporting director. We need a
Oh yeah.
passion
Why
in that
not?
board,
Yeah.
in
Any
that
any
board. So
role.
And
Any
Jose,
role
for
I'll
me, takes
take.
everything. Like in
Yeah.
that board, we need him in that board, man. If he
Yeah,
can do
that's
everything
a
that
good
it takes,
idea. Imagine,
because we don't have a sporting director as per now, right?
no, not a
So
proper one. No,
yeah, we should
Jose will
get
be.
in Jose. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
hope
I think
so.
he
Yeah,
will
but
bring all the
the
winning
problem
mentality.
is, is Jose wants to be on the pitch. That's what if he agrees, it'd be great. But
No,
I
Jose
think
loves Chelsea, but I think any day
yes,
they give him that role at the board, he will
maybe,
take it every time.
yeah, it could happen. I won't be surprised. That's a good idea. I hope it happens. Let's welcome Dex before we carry on, chaps.
Big up Dex,
Welcome,
though.
yeah, big up to Dex. Can you hear us, Dex?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello,
Good.
guys.
We're talking about Graham Potter right now. We're going to come to the big game. It suddenly it's become a massive game now. It's before even on TV that was in our the other day Sunday before Graham Potter got sacked. There was in his mid-table. It's not like before Chelsea, Liverpool were the top, three, top four battle. Now it's a mid-table clash, but we're still showing it. Now, today, they're saying different. It's massive because Graham Potter's gone. And Klopp was talking as well. I heard what he said. He said, I'm the last man standing. After hearing about Graham Potter, Brendan Rodgers. Did you see it, Dex?
Yeah,
Klopp said,
I saw it. Yeah,
he
yeah,
said
it was
some
funny
good
what he said.
stuff. Yeah. But it's true. He goes, I'm the last man standing. Yeah, I'm in the past. I was great in the past. I'm not now, he said. At least he talks, the truth. That's what I like about him. The German managers, they do talk sense always. It's not like Graham Potter and God.
But Nick,
Yeah,
do you think that this Chelsea game, tomorrow's game, will have an impact on his future? Because when he was talking today, I heard him say that I'm not afraid of the sack. I have to expect the sack if results are not there. I have to expect the sack. So
yeah.
Dex, do you think that tomorrow's game will have a huge impact on his future if he loses or not?
Who are you talking
Uh,
about? Oh, Klopp. Oh,
mm,
yeah. Yeah, go, Dex. I'll let you carry on with that.
listen, I've said this all along, and I'll still say again. Jurgen Klopp will never be sacked. The only way he'll leave is if he wants to leave, and
Yeah,
I'll tell you why he won't get sacked, because the owners will never sack him. Is because number one, he's brought a lot of success to that club. He's changed the club from where it was when he first came in the door. He's done a lot for the club, and the owners they haven't got a problem with him. Him and the owners, they speak on a regular basis every day. They're planning for the summer. Jurgen Klopp even said it. He said, like, we're talking with players where we're very busy in terms of transfers for the summer, which is very good to hear, because when you hear someone say that they're busy talking and they're planning for the summer, that makes us supporters very excited and happy that they're actually seeing and planning for it. So yeah, I think Klopp and the owners have always had a good relationship there, with each other every single day, talking. So yeah, Bashara, the thing is with our owners, our owners, they're actually very patient. They don't sack managers a lot often. They normally, like, if you look at Rodgers, for example, Rodgers wasn't a great manager, but they didn't sack him till about what he was like there for like 3 or 4 seasons, and then they got rid of him when we drew with Everton, and then previous for that, obviously we had King Kenny, but Kenny was only there as an interim. He won us the League Cup, fair enough to him. And yeah, but our owners, to be fair, they're very patient. They're not very they don't they're not like an Abramovich, or you know I don't know, Southampton or something like that, or whatever. They normally like give managers time. But yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So no, I don't think Klopp will get sacked. If we lose tomorrow, Shiro, it will just put more pressure on the owners to actually do something in the summer, because the owners are going to get pressured, not Klopp. All the fans are saying about the owners is because they know that Klopp's he's working with what he has. The owners haven't backed him in the market enough in the last 2 seasons, so they're going to put pressure on the owners if we lose tomorrow. They're already putting pressures on the owners after the City game. They were saying like, "Oh, FSG, wake up and smell the coffee, sign players, get your act together, this and that," because it's the truth. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. No way. I don't think Klopp wants to go. The only way he's going, like, if they sack him, and they won't sack him, he will get next season for sure. He will get a chance to change Liverpool around. He's a big manager. They ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I agree, Dex.
I'll
Yeah,
ask Shara this. Actually, I'll ask Shara this question. I know it's an unrealistic.
yeah.
I know it's an unrealistic thing, but say if it did happen, say if Jurgen Klopp did get sacked tomorrow or after Chelsea game, Shara, would you take him to Chelsea if he was available?
100%, man. He's like Gaffer. He's world class, man. And he's one of those managers that have been, bossing the Premier League. He's been competing on top levels. He's consistent. And in the Champions League as well, he's been competing with big clubs, Real Madrid at the finals. So I'll take him any day, man. Any day he
Yeah.
would be in my top 3 list. Trust me on that. He would be there.
Yeah, all the big clubs will want Klopp for sure. I don't think he's going anywhere right now. Yeah. Um, Dex, did you who you think will be our next manager, or who do you want for Chelsea?
I'll be honest, yeah. I've been like researching and looking, and I think the most important thing, whether we're talking about new managers or not, the most important thing is that Todd Bowley, he needs to take his time and make the right decision, because after this Potter, he knows hiring Potter was a massive mistake on the board's part, so he doesn't want to make that same mistake again. Obviously Nagelsmann is the favourite. I mean, I have said Nagelsmann, he is an ideal person, but after like thinking about and looking at stats and stuff, when Chelsea fans say they want an elite manager, would you say Nagelsmann is an elite manager? I don't think he is. I don't think he's
No,
that the caliber yet.
no. That's why he's not my first choice, because he's only 35. He's still learning from me. He won't become elite to a few more years. He needs more experience.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a good young coach, yes, but he's not elite yet. Not in the. You can't put him up there with Enrique or Jose Mourinho or even Pochettino. Even him.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment he's available when everyone's talking about him, but Chelsea said they have to think hard. And plus he said Nagelsmann said he needs time off after being sacked from Bayern Munich. No manager leaves the club and goes to another club straight away. They want to have time off. So, and the other thing they said is Bruno. Sorry, 1 second. Can you carry on, Dex? You have to open the door. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, the thing with Nagelsmann, I feel like he is a good young manager. He knows his tactics well, but the problem is, and I just don't think he's elite. He's not proven himself. He's only been managing Germany.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, go on.
He's
Carry
only
on,
been managing in Germany. He's been at what? I'm looking at his career stat. He's been at Hoffenheim, Leipzig, and Bayern Munich. He hasn't been in anywhere thereabouts in the other league. So again, it is sort of a big gamble hiring a manager who's only been in Germany. I know German coaches are really good and they're very intelligent, but he's only young. Like, would you take him over the likes of Enrique and Zidane and all these other managers? I think they're just
Dex,
better
I agree.
managers.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying, and the only guy that I would probably take over him is Enrique. I don't think I would take Zidane over him, but I would take Enrique over him. And his age
Mm.
does worry me. But what does give me hope is I see like improvements, with what I was talking a little bit to Nick about this before he got in here, is, I feel like this year he really, really improved at Bayern. And he was just, it's like unfortunate that Tuchel is a manager that has shown that he owned Pep in the Champions League. And so that's obviously, I really think that's why that happened. And obviously he lost, there's rumors that he lost his dressing room until, how big the extent that is, it's hard to tell that. But as far as his improvements, I mean, he didn't lose a game in the Champions League, and there was a couple seasons where he had gotten like smacked in even the Europa League. So I think he really showed improvements this year, and like it just shows me that with his age, I feel like he would only keep getting better. But I agree with what you were saying. He's not like a world-class manager yet, and so
No.
to an extent that worries me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It's one of those things, yeah, where you just got to make sure, like, Bowley's making the right decision and he's looking at all the options that are on the table in front of him and he's listening to the people around him, like, like your Vivales, Winstanleys, Ekbalis, all these board members that he hired. He hired them for their footballing knowledge and their advice because, in all due respect, Todd Bowley has never owned a football club. He
Oh yeah,
hasn't.
no,
So,
he doesn't
you know what I
really know
mean?
what he's doing
So
with
it's
this.
important he takes his time and he looks at the situation. He's talking to the right people. I think it's very important because you don't want to rush these sort of things. And also, there's 10 games left to go in the Prem, so it's not like making a decision right now and then hiring somebody. Even if they just leave this Santos guy till the end of the season, see how he does, and then in the summer they can actually set their sights on who they want, get him in for a pre-season, get the legwork in for who he wants in the squad and who he doesn't. It just makes more. It makes more footballing sense and business sense if you're
No,
an
I agree
owner.
with you. Yeah,
And,
I agree with you. I think they should not rush it. I think that they should wait for it. It's just going to be interesting to see how much they value the Champions League, right? Like how much do they value trying to maybe get a manager in there that could potentially get them farther in the Champions League, either Enrique or Nagelsmann, whoever they think. But that if they don't value the Champions League that much and they're just kind of like we're not going to make our manager decision on trying to win that, then they could definitely wait until the end of the season and the summer because as you said in the Premier League, like for us right now, there's just not too much of a point of bringing somebody in. We're not going to go anywhere, and so that's why I would like as well. I just want to see like guys like Nani, and I know Mudryk also like he didn't play well this past week, and everybody knows that. But the thing is I want to see these guys, these younger guys, continue to play because that's just going to serve dividends for next year because these games don't really matter, and like especially Mudryk, like with the whole Ukraine situation and everything, this guy has just not played much football on the field in like the last 9 months, just like as a matter of fact. And so give him these games and because they don't really matter. So that's I hope they maybe just take their time on this manager thing and don't rush it.
Yeah, because I'll tell you one thing about Nagelsmann. I said it before. In a couple of years' time, when Klopp does decide to leave the club on his own accord, not by sacking, by his own accord, because he'll never get sacked by the owners because, Jurgen Klopp is Liverpool Football Club. He's done a lot for that. He's done a lot for us in the club. He's brought us a long way as well. So the owners wouldn't have the stomach to sack him. But I always said, and there's only two managers I would take to replace Klopp that would bring the sort of same mentality, style of play, aura around the football club. And the two people I said was number one would be Tuchel, and the second person would be Nagelsmann. But Nagelsmann, I would take in a few years' time when he's actually proven himself at top level. If he goes to Chelsea, fair enough, we'll see what happens. But if he does a good job there, and you never know what happens in the future of football. If he does like leave or whatever, then he'd be a great replacement for Klopp. I've always said it. I like his style of play.
Yeah,
I like his passion on the sideline. Reminds me of Klopp. Same with Tuchel.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of managers out there that I think, apart from them two, that can bring the same sort of thing that Klopp brought to us when he first walked through the doors. So yeah.
yeah, and I've liked what Nagelsmann has done for years. And honestly, like I was really a bit gutted for the guy when I heard he was getting sacked because, he was on his way finally this year, doing some things that could have who knows what he would have continued to do in the Champions League because, he still hadn't lost a game yet in it. And he'd also only lost 3 games, so he might have won the league as well. So I felt really bad for him in a way because he lost Lewandowski and then they didn't even replace him really with anybody and he was still scoring. They were scoring so many goals even without Lewandowski, and I don't know. So I just felt bad for him in that sense. And I agree with you, man. I mean, he's gonna be the type of guy one day I could see. Like I always thought, maybe like as you said, Liverpool after Klopp, or someday Real Madrid, something like that. It just seems like he's so young and he's already getting this great experience. Like someday he's destined for the top.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right, both of you. Like I said, the age is the thing for me. He's young. Can we take that risk? I don't know. But even he said he needs time to cool off after Bayern Munich. So me, I don't mind if we, just carry on this season with Bruno Salter. And whoever he gets to help him. Hopefully it's John Terry. I've been hearing John Terry in the news a lot. Hopefully he will come in and be part of the team. Until I don't want them to rush and get a manager now. Wait till the summer, get an elite manager. If it's not Jose Mourinho, get Enrique in. I don't like the idea of Pochettino. He's been mentioned as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
at the minimum, they just need to think it out, and I think
yeah.
they know that. So I
Yeah, but
mean,
they said they want to think. They don't want to rush it, and they want
yeah,
to rush it. They're
and
in
that's
two
fine.
minds.
Yeah, that's fine
They're in
though.
two minds, Jacob. And Sota, you heard him today. Bruno Sota said that at the moment, I'm here in charge of the Liverpool game. And after that, I don't know. They were asking, are
Yeah,
you going
that's
to,
it. I mean, because the thing is,
Yeah,
they
so
could take their time or they could move really quick with
that's
it.
it.
It's hard to
We don't
tell.
know.
So
But we
yeah,
will find out soon.
it'll
Yeah,
just depend on how these these board discussions go. That there's no telling
yeah.
how they're going. I mean, we don't
And
know
they
what
have
they're
to
talking
agree.
about.
I mean,
So
they have to come to an agreement. It's not just up to Bowley
right, and it's not just
and
up to
what's his
like
name.
Vivell to like bring in his old guy. So it's
So
a
they
balance
have
between
to come to
everybody.
an agreement. At the
Yeah.
moment, they're getting out talking to all these people, maybe more we haven't mentioned, and they come back, talk together, and if they decide, they have to have a vote, and they take it from there. But let's welcome Max as well. Hi, Max. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hi guys. You're right.
Yeah, we started with
Yeah.
Graham Potter talk and
Yeah,
who can be our new manager.
yeah,
And I don't know if you saw Bruno Sota today on his press conference.
yeah.
Yeah, you did. So yeah. So what's all your thoughts about what you heard today? And then we go to the Liverpool game, of course.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm with you guys. I just heard what you guys were saying. This next appointment, has to be the right appointment. These guys, they can't afford 2 L's. In the season, because we've already had one big L in Potter. They've seen the fan reaction to it, so they need to make sure that this guy we bring in can bring us good, entertaining, attractive football, and we need somebody also who's going to relate to the fans, and that's important as well as how good they are tactically on the pitch as well, because Potter didn't really relate to the fans. I see Dex on there. Dex.
Oh, yeah.
What Klopp did, Klopp was really smart in that he got the fans on board from day one. And what that does, that buys you time. So things are not going your way because when Klopp came in, first of all, Liverpool took a bit of time to get used to his methods, and it wasn't until they shored out their defence that they started to become a team to be reckoned with. And because one of my brothers is one of my brothers is a Liverpool supporter, and he always said to me there was one match where I can't remember who it was against, but I think Liverpool had drawn the game 1-1 against a lower team. Do you remember Dex? I can't remember who it was.
I don't know. It depends how long ago it was.
Yeah, and he actually told the players to go and applaud the fans.
Oh, it was West Brom. Yeah, it was West Brom. West Brom at home. Yeah, it was when we drew 3-3, I think, and Klopp took all the players over to the Kop end, and they were like doing the old going in a group and waving their hand up and down. Yeah, I remember that game. I think that was the one.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah, I mean, we wasn't going to get that from Graham Potter. He hardly moved from the bench, and his assistant didn't move at all. God, go on, Max. Max, you still there?
Sorry, I went on mute. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you was.
Yeah, sorry. So what I was saying is that was okay. People are thinking, it's West Brom and we drew. Why is he doing that? But everything's done for a reason. And that managerial, as I said, it's not only just tactics; it's about every aspect. And he knew what he's doing. He's bringing that sort of oneness with the crowd, with the manager, everyone. So we're in this together. Okay, the result may not have been what it was meant to be, but don't worry, we're going to get it right. And that helps. That helps because I think if Potter had engaged the fans a bit more, the fans would have given him a bit more time. And I think he was always under pressure. So under pressure, you're doing strange things, and he was doing lots of strange things. So you need a strong personality. The next manager's got to have a strong personality at Chelsea. Seeing the names banded around, everyone's got their pros and some their cons, etc. Nagelsmann, obviously the favourite. Good manager, I like him. But as you guys have already said, he's quite young as well. Is the pressure going to be? Obviously, he's managed Bayern for a season and a half, so he's kind of got a big club under his belt. He's actually younger than Thiago Silva. So,
Yeah.
Three years younger.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
So how's he going to do managing the egos? Because we've got quite a few egos in our club as well. And the talk is that he fell out with a lot of the guys at Dortmund. I'm not Dortmund, at Bayern. So I'm not sure how true that is, but you always hear these sort of rumours when somebody gets fired. I'm unlike you, Nick. I wouldn't have Jose back or.
I know you're thinking,
or Conte. I wouldn't have them.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah. For the personnel we've got in the club at the minute.
Yeah.
Then
all right. So let me ask you something. Would you have Jose in that boardroom? As a director, as a sporting director.
Only if he was finished with managing in general.
That's what I mean.
If
he'll have to finish. If he wants to come with Chelsea, they said to him, Bowley said to him, come and be our sporting director. He can't manage, of course.
Probably Chelsea's most successful manager as a director. I mean, who says no?
That's what I mean. That's the only thing is, I don't know if Jose will hang his boots yet.
No, he wouldn't.
That's
he wouldn't want that role like that. He
wants to manage. But for me, he's the first choice, Max. But Enrique, if not Mourinho, Enrique will do fine.
Yeah,
but Nagelsmann is too young for me. I'm scared he's young.
Even Enrique, because he took a great Barcelona team, didn't he? So,
yeah.
Outside of that, again, I'm not sure. I don't know. Unlike you, I think Poch is a good manager. A lot of people don't like him because of what happened with PSG. But I think he's somebody who can fit the profile because he's worked with younger players, and
Yeah,
Anyone who can get Tottenham into top 4 seasons in a row has got to be special, because that's a hard thing to do. Getting Tottenham into the top 4. And surprising, I'll take back somebody who I would take is going to be leaving his job at the end of the season. Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti. If there's any old managers I'll go back to, it'll be Ancelotti.
If he doesn't go to Brazil, that's the thing with Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, but if he fits the bill for me more, because he can relate to younger players.
Oh yeah, I would have said no. Yeah, God.
He's quite diplomatic.
Big experience.
Football,
who else?
great tactician.
Oh yeah, I would have said no, of course.
Yeah. But you know what I think with the next manager, whoever it is, what they need to do, and this is what Jose did, and this is what Carlo Ancelotti did as well. You bring in somebody as your assistant who knows the club. Without Steve Clark there, that made Jose's transition a lot easier when he came.
Yeah, we forgot. A good job you mentioned Steve Clark, because I forgot. Another one for me. Doing a great job for Scotland, you know.
Yeah, for Scotland, yeah. And remember, we had people the likes of Holland there, Paul Clement. So people like that who understand the English game as well. I think that would help with.
They have to talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah, when the foreign manager comes in, that can help with the transition. Yeah.
I think they're taking all possibilities. That's what I heard. They're talking to everyone. And then they will die. They're not going to rush. Let's see.
That's the thing. We can't rush this. We can't rush this.
That's why I want it next season. But one way they're saying we're not rushing, and the next thing, it could be this season to try and get to a new manager to get further in the Champions League and try and get Europa League. We don't know. Let's see. But a lot of talking going on in there.
But but they're going to be
sorry, Max. Yeah, I'll just welcome Ben. I'll come back. You can carry on. Ben, welcome. I know you're there. We come to you, Ben, after Max. Yeah.
And another interesting name.
We'll be here another half hour because Max likes a rabbit.
Yeah. Okay.
Another interesting name I saw on the list today was Spalletti.
Yeah.
For Napoli, doing a great job at Napoli at the minute.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And they play some great football. So
he's not going to leave Napoli, I don't think.
But it was silly to leave Napoli. He won't leave Napoli now. He's got him. He's arguably can win the Champions League this season. They got the easier draw, and the way that they've been playing this season,
I really fancy them actually.
In a one-off game against either one in the other side of that half, or half of the draw. In a one-off game, then they can fancy their chances. So he won't leave.
No,
this season. So,
but I think Chelsea should wait for next season, like most of us said. You have time to think. Just let Bruno, get on with it game by game. Bring in John Terry next to him. I heard John Terry is very interested in coming to help.
We need someone of that character to put a rock.
That's what I heard today from big source, Matt Law was saying. John Terry wants to come and help. So let's see. I hope he's right. God, that'd be something. That'd
be great. If
it would, because it will help a lot. Yeah. Carry on, Max, and then Ben can come in.
I think I've done. I'll let someone else.
For now, okay.
Okay.
We're going to come to we got a lot to discuss today. We started with the most important, of course, and then we're going to go give our ratings for the players. We mustn't forget we did play Aston Villa the other day, and we lost 2-0. We mustn't forget that. Like even Bruno mentioned it today in his press conference. He said the players he said. They tried. They played well, but a lot of mistakes. So at least he's telling the truth. He didn't say anything. I like the way he talked, actually, for me. Rather than hearing Graham Potter, I think Bruno Salter was talking better. Anyway, let's go to you, Ben. Welcome, Certified. I'll come to you in a minute.
Big up,
go
everyone.
ahead, Ben.
How's everyone?
Big up. Ben, go ahead. What's all your thoughts?
What's up,
Yeah.
Max?
Right.
What's up?
I was from the beginning when Potter came in. You can go back if you want, and I said Potter is not the answer. I said, but as
Yes.
long as he's in the dugout, he wears the Chelsea badge, he gets my support. Full stop. I was never Potter in, I was never Potter out. That's a very big misconception. Right? I was never Potter in, I was never Potter out. He was Chelsea manager. And for as long as he was in that dugout, he got my
Mhm.
support. Simple as that. You may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, he was our manager. We've put our faith in Avram Grant. I'm pretty sure we can forgive Potter on some things. Through his mistakes, I think he had the right intentions. I just don't think it was the right time for him to take on a club of Chelsea stature. And I don't wish any
Yeah.
harm to his family what he had to put up with
No, no. That was stupid.
From
Yeah.
Chelsea's fans, like the
That
death
was
threats
silly.
and things like
Yeah.
that. That's
I mean,
disgusting.
you can abuse, but a certain abuse. You don't do that. That sort of thing was. I don't know if it was it true or not, but definitely you
Yeah,
can't. Yeah, go on.
he got a lot of abuse, death threats, and different bits and pieces that happened to him on his own manner. But he's gone now, right? For me,
Yeah.
I keep saying it. There's two possibilities for me as manager. Nagelsmann. I think if you brought Nagelsmann in and you put JT there as one of his staff, we could build something very special.
Mhm.
Because with JT, he gets what it is to be Chelsea. He has that mentality, and he can implement that. Where Nagelsmann is so young, he can implement that mentality into Nagelsmann. Don't get me wrong. I think Nagelsmann is brilliant. I think he could be good given time. But my one fear is with such a young manager is he comes in, he makes a few mistakes, we drop points, and we go around in the same merry-go-round we've just had with Potter. Because if he comes in, right, and he finishes seventh next year, that's not going to be good enough for any Chelsea fan. Then we're going to be stuck in the same merry-go-round rather than
Exactly.
actually
That's what
giving
I've
him
said.
time.
Yeah, that's what I've
Rather,
said, Ben.
rather than giving him time and giving him a chance to put his way of forward thinking, we're going to have a couple. This is what Chelsea fans have got to understand. We are going to have a couple of seasons where we're not going to be at that pinnacle point, but that is to do with a rebuild. Klopp, not Pep so much, but Klopp, one of the best managers to come into a subpar Liverpool, and they competed for 4 trophies last year.
I think you've been listening to the video I've just made. I haven't put it out yet, so you're saying exactly what I've been saying on this video that I've just
Right.
made. But sorry, I'll let you carry on.
And then I'll give you another example if you want. I'll give you 2 or 3 in the league. Yeah, they're not as high up and placed, but if anybody told me 4 years ago that Newcastle were going to be taken over by the Saudis, Eddie Howe was going to be a manager, they were in the Carabao Cup final and potentially getting top 4, I'd laugh in your face 4 years ago. But they've backed him, they've given him time. He's now giving out results. Chelsea have got to be willing to do the same thing, because if not, it's going to be a vicious circle. And eventually you'll see we'll drop points to someone stupid, and then you'll have the Potter out brigade, no offense, Nick, going, Nagelsmann out, he's not good enough, he's this, he's that, right?
Oh god, that's funny. You're making me laugh now. Yeah, I'll be the first to be at the bridge again. Don't worry.
Do you know what I mean? Like I get Chelsea fans' frustration, but if you're gonna
Yeah.
bring in a young manager and you're gonna want JT, because if you haven't already heard, Nagelsmann's idol was John Terry. If you didn't know that,
I didn't know that. No.
yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
if you're gonna back a young coach, as fans, you've got to be willing to ride the process.
Yeah.
He
You know,
could come in and do a worse job than Potter. Very doubtful, but it's possible.
Yeah, it's not that. You know what it is, Ben? It's sorry, who's that? Well, yeah, it's when I heard, I couldn't believe it was Graham Potter because I couldn't understand. God, what's going on? Sorry, it's my phone going off all the time. It's as soon as I heard, I thought Certified's the one who told me, broke me the news that day, and I thought he was joking. And it was, from that day, I didn't get that feeling for Graham Potter to be, to stay and succeed. That's why I don't want Nagelsmann right now. He's too young for me.
Potter had a Brighton mentality and tried
Yes.
to distill it into Chelsea, and it didn't work.
It doesn't work.
He tinkered so much with setups: 4 at the back,
Yeah.
5 at the back, 3 at the back.
Exactly.
I mean, we see
look at the formation we came out with Aston Villa. Even a 10-year-old will see it's wrong. Putting Rich James at the back when you have Chalobah on the bench, Batshuayi on the bench, Loftus right wing back.
Batshuayi on the bench. Do you mean Badiashile, Nick?
Badiashile, sorry, Badiashile on the bench.
Batshuayi left years ago as well.
I wish we did have Batshuayi on the bench.
No, Nick says it like Batshuayi. I just clocked it as well. It sounds like you're saying Batshuayi.
Oh yeah, you did sound like that. But Badiashile, I know his name. Don't worry. Yeah, I like Badiashile. He's a great player. That's why I couldn't understand why he didn't play. There was a lot of things. It wasn't just the Aston Villa game. Look at the Southampton game. He
was going to put one of the best midfielders at right wing back. One of the best defensive midfielders.
Yeah.
This is up there that we're going to say he's 5 foot. He's 5 foot nothing, right? But on a Champions League night, I don't know what it is. He gets some steam in his boots, and he takes off.
Yeah, Ben.
It makes no sense to put N'Golo Kante at right wing back. None
exactly.
whatsoever.
Another thing, what's Kante doing there on that, in that position? Anyway, let me just read this, not just this comment here, because Edward wants to know about the press conference. Yeah, I saw every word. I even got it written down. Bruno Sota, he said he's here for the Liverpool game, and after the Liverpool game, he doesn't know. He's here on a game-to-game basis right now. Yeah, game-to-game basis. He said the Aston Villa. He talked about the Villa game. He said in moments we played good, but we made a lot of mistakes, which he owned up to it. That was good. And he said, the players have to get together now. We all have to get together, fans, players, everyone, and be prepared for Liverpool, which is absolutely right. Everything he said was good. He could have said anything else. They asked him if he was in touch with Graham Potter. He said, yeah. Just before I come on, Graham called me to say thank you to you, the media, which he did. So I was at the board. They're going to give Bruno game by game till they make their minds up what to do next. I hope they wait, Ben. Hold. I hope they're going to wait till next season, but anything's possible. It depends how many people they want to talk to and what they decide. But Bruno Sota, he seems to talk good. He was. Don't forget, he came with Graham Potter. He was the next player at Brighton, and he was just a coach. And this is his big step. But it's interim. The only good news I heard today from Matt Law that John Terry has offered, if it's true, I don't know, because I don't believe Matt Law or anyone else. John Terry's offered to come and help. I hope it's true. But yeah, that's what I heard so far. Yeah, carry on, Ben.
What was I going to say?
You were saying about, we were talking about Nagelsmann being, is he too young to take over right now?
I don't think Nagelsmann's too young. as long as he gets somebody in there,
Yeah.
like a Terry who's willing to be
Mm.
that assistant coach.
Oh yeah, that's
Do you know what I mean? Like he could. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be like, world's best in the first year. It's just not going to happen. Realistically, I think if he comes in, you get him in before Madrid, so he can have a look at the players and try and fathom out some sort of starting lineup. Because I don't mean this funny. This is a Champions League quarter final. It's our
Yeah.
only chance of silverware this year. I
massive.
want a coach in there,
Yeah.
right? And just then we carry on, right? And not only that, I get where you're like, well, maybe we should take it to the end of the season and go from there. Completely understand, right? But if you give him 10 games, like Nagelsmann, we've got what, 10 games
10,
left?
10 games, yeah.
We've got 10 games left. Then we've got a break. Then we've got pre-season, yeah? That gives Nagelsmann 10 games plus however many pre-season games, it's normally 3 or 4, to figure out his best 11, to figure out a style and to figure out the way he wants to play. And that for me is crucial to bring him in now. So A, he can get us to safety, B, he can figure out a starting 11, and C, he can also figure out in that amount of games how he wants to play. So for me, it would be more get as many points as we can, stay safe, because I'm still not convinced, 38 points is all right, but it's shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you give him that few run of games just so he can figure some things out, because you've got to think with Nagelsmann as well, he doesn't actually use wingers in his system. And we've signed 2 wingers. One of them was 100 million. Yeah. So
yeah, it's very hard to. That's why it's got to be hard for them to come to a conclusion right now, because they're in 2 minds. First of all, Nagelsmann said he wants time off because of just getting the sack from Bayern Munich. Every manager who gets sacked, usually they take time off, but money talks. Of course, I can see anything happening with our board, but I prefer they wait. Like I said before.
And another thing, we've just paid off Potter, right? We know it weren't the sums that were being floated around to pay him off.
21.5 million actually.
Right, that's actually a lot of money, right?
Of course, he's a multi-billion.
Potter's riding away from Cobham in his convertible, thinking, "Cough, I've just had a winner here."
Of course, imagine, he came with nothing and he's left with. It's like winning the lottery, He's won the lottery. God.
So I think if we're gonna go, to me, I think Nagelsmann's your guy. Personally, I think Nagelsmann's you're gonna be your guy that comes in. Enrique, Zidane, or Nagelsmann, I think would be all right. Shut up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to certify as well. Welcome, JK. Are you there?
What's up?
Yeah. We started off with the main debate. Graham Potter being sacked. Who do you prefer to be our next manager? Is it right to get the manager now before Real Madrid, or should we wait? That's what I want to know from you right now. What's your take on that? Then we go to Liverpool, Villa, and all that after. A selector was specifically asking you, really, do you think JT has coach credentials? Like we said, selector, he was at Aston Villa, assistant coach. We mustn't forget. Yeah, he has. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the guy in the comments. The guy in the comments. I know him very close.
Okay.
Actually, I told him to watch
Is that Olga?
No, that's not Old Dog. It's my uncle.
All right. Oh, easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be great to get you. Did you hear? I don't know. You not heard about what Matt Law said today. About John Terry. John said
Yeah,
he said he wants to come and help out if they want to take him on as
yeah.
an assistant.
I do feel John Terry can come in.
Now, do
I
you
do.
believe
It'll be good.
do you believe Matt Law what he said though
I don't
about the
like
job?
Matt Law. I don't like Matt Law,
No, yeah,
so I don't believe him.
I don't believe anything really till I see it
For
from
me,
Chelsea.
my top journalist is Fabrizio really. So yeah,
I know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. So for me, like I do think JT will be good. Like I do like him, and he's Chelsea through and through. Do you know what I'm saying? And I would like him to come and at least be interim. That's what I wish. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I don't know if it will happen. He can come as an assistant coach. Do you know what I'm saying? And he does for me. He does have coaching credentials because
of course,
he did manage Aston Villa. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He did okay with it. He did decent. Do you know what I'm saying? But then I think John Terry's that manager that you can just have there, that interim that can just be there,
mm,
just for the motivation for the players. Not really someone just to do tactics with, but just someone just to be that sort of idol in the dressing room. So basically that motivation in the dressing room. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But for me, if we want to talk about the actual manager, an actual
mm.
manager that should come in. You know my thoughts. I've always rooted for Enrique. I've been watching him
Oh yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
That's what I've been saying as well. If it's
Luis
not
Enrique.
Moreno, bring Enrique. Yeah, Enrique.
The thing
Yeah,
is, I have a Nagelsmann's a good coach, but then the way Chelsea fans are so confident, saying, "Oh, Nagelsmann, bring him in." For at this point, our fan base is just calling managers for the sake of it. Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? And they're not thinking when they speak about when they talk about managers, and that's what frustrates me
And
about
then
some of the fan base.
and
Do
then
you know what I'm saying?
when they find out he's only 35, they think different as well. So
It's not only
yeah,
the age as well. I mean, his football. They showed
you
me a
know.
thread on the group chat about
Mm,
on Nagelsmann's tactics work off the ball, and I've realized that there's no pressing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
normally they're started from the front. Normally the wingers will do it, but then you have to take it to account, as Ben said, he doesn't play with wingers. I'll be very honest with you. He doesn't. Do you get what
mm,
I'm saying? It's more of he plays more of this more in the center. He plays from the back, and he likes to push with the center. He doesn't play wide most of the time. If it's the wide, then it's the wing backs. Do you get what I'm saying? But then we need to consider the signings we signed. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the thing. People don't look at the bigger picture. And this is what frustrates me. They just
yeah,
think they can just, and it's the same thing when we sign players as well. Oh, bring in Declan Rice. Declan, no. You need to think. Don't call players with brains. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Luis Enrique, for example, you can say he fits with a style of play, likes wingers. Do you know what I'm saying? He thrives off of pacey attackers. Do you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Which we have. Mudrik, Joao
Mm,
Felix. You know what I'm saying? How many technical players do we have as well? Joao Felix, Enzo Fernandez. Do you know what I'm saying? He will normally have that midfielder as that centre point to create as well, along with the one that sits. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically, people need to look at the module we're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? The game plan that we're trying to structure and the players that we're trying to bring in as well. Would it suit this manager? Do you know what I'm saying? I know managers would like to go and come and play, do their own thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But then Enrique will suit with the benefit. Do you know what I'm saying? He likes Enzo Fernandez. I've seen him talk about him plenty of occasions. Do you know what I'm saying? The way we want to play, the dream way we want to play. Our fans keep talking about 4-2-3-1. Do you know what I'm saying? Enrique's 4-2-3-1 is the best I've
yeah,
seen that's available. Do you know what I'm saying? If you want to tell me, what's the best football I've ever seen in my lifetime, look at the 15-16 Barcelona team that won that scored managed to score I think 99 goals in a season.
yeah,
I don't know if it was that 100 or something. Do you know what I'm saying? The record break. See, Barcelona's records were broken by this manager. Do you know what I'm saying? That's also one thing you need to take into account. And also if you look at it as well, Luis Enrique, he likes to work with young players. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
When I
yeah,
mean Enrique, I'm not talking when I mean young players, I'm not talking about everyone young. Yes, he will add in a bit of like experience. He will add a bit of experience here and there. Do you know what I'm saying? But like fans need to look at the bigger picture when they just call out managers. You can't just get Zidane and say, but we can't just say, oh, Zidane, knowing that most of these players will just not suit the way he wants to play. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And what I want from the fan base is this: please think before you just call out managers. People want Nagelsmann. He doesn't play with
exactly.
wingers. Do you know what I'm saying? His system does not require a lot of pressing. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's something that our attackers like to thrive on. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's lots of factors that these people just keep missing out when they call out managers. Oh, get Nagelsmann, get Amorin. You know what I'm saying? And then they get
Yeah,
Jose, get Jose. This is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like Jose would
I'm
be
not.
good.
Yeah, I'm saying get Jose. For me, he's my first choice as the next manager or as a football director. Could be even better. To have someone like him in the board. He will know what to tell them because we only have Rivell and Win Stanley. Imagine Jose, football director of the club, if he wants to do that, if they want him to as well, we don't know. But he's still on the list as Nagelsmann, Enrique, Pochettino, even has been mentioned today. So many names have been mentioned today. But for me, I don't want them to rush it. I want them to, just keep Bruno in charge, game by
Let
game,
them think
game
exactly.
by game, JK, and bring, hopefully, Matt Law's telling the truth for once, and bring
Question.
John Terry to help him. Yeah, go on, Max.
I got a
Sorry,
question for
Max, 1 minute.
JK because
Let's welcome Odo as well before you go ahead. Hi,
Yeah.
Odo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good, I hear you loud and clear. I'll come to you in a minute. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I've
Matt.
got a
hi
question for
everyone.
JK.
Yeah.
Another name on the list today was Spalletti. So, what do you think of him as a manager?
Benetti.
Spalletti for Napoli.
Napoli manager.
Oh, the Napoli. Yeah, he's a good manager. He's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I like the way he play. I like his football. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he's very good. Do you know what I'm saying? He plays a back four that's very conservative, as I've realized. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, he relies heavily on the wingers to do something.
But I
And
don't
as
think he's not going nowhere from Napoli.
that's the thing. He's not coming.
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere. Let's just
No.
be realistic. We need to look for the managers available, but then I want the board to take their time. They can't rush this. Do you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, Max, and I agree. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, the owners can't mess it up this time. It can't happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then, and this is why I question a lot of people. Why do you want Nagelsmann? How are they so confident with Nagelsmann? You know what I'm saying? I'm not confident in a sense that they're just saying, "Oh, Nagelsmann will solve all of our problems. Chelsea will become the next the team we are." Listen. Please, people need to think. Like it's just not, oh, you manage Bayern Munich. No, do you get what I'm saying? There's factors. There's factors to it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I want Luis Enrique. At the moment, he suits what we want to do. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's done it all.
Nagelsmann's a young foreign
He's
hipster,
another
and that's why a lot of
up and
fans
coming
want him.
manager, and he's a German of Graham Potter.
But then he's not the finished article.
Yeah, exactly.
But then my point is,
but he
he's
is
not the
good.
finished.
He's good, but he's too young for me.
Nick,
How's he going to
my
tell
point
them?
is,
Yeah.
Nick, my point is all because a manager is better than Graham Potter. It doesn't mean, oh, you're going
He's
to be
got
happy with it. No.
Yeah.
We need to
They have to
think.
think hard.
That's
Yeah,
the
I think
problem.
that's why they haven't even talked to Nagelsmann, by the way. It's all rumors. They're talking with everyone, but he doesn't want to know right now himself anyway.
Fabrizio did tweet that the board have admired Enrique. Lots of the board
So
are
don't
talking.
listen to anyone. They're all saying the same things, that this and that. All right, we know. As far as I know,
Well, I just
they're
think
going to talk
Fabrizio is
to
more reliable.
everyone. Yeah, there's no one's reliable, certified. No one. Chelsea are talking to everyone, and they don't want to. They said they don't want to make another mistake. They made two massive mistakes. I'm glad they admitted that, not publicly, but they did admit it, and they don't want to make a third one. So They have to be careful now.
Nick, can I just quickly ask something to Certified?
Yeah.
Certified, in regards to
So if I take over for 2 minutes, I'll be back.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
My question to you, JK. I just thought this now. Do you think Nagelsmann is more of a project manager? So if he went to a club that that are looking for a project, for long term, like sort of like what Klopp did with us, like, do you think that would you agree in that sense that Nagelsmann is more of a project manager and it wouldn't really suit Chelsea if he went there?
Yeah, he is more of a project manager. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, he will need time, especially in the Prem. He's way too young to experience the intensity of the football. I'm not saying age is a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? I think my problem is he's just not the finished article. That's just the thing, and he's got a lot to learn before coming into a intensive league like the Prem. Do you know what I'm saying? In the
Yeah.
Prem, you've got teams. In the Prem, you've got teams that have 2, 3 ways of playing. Do you get what I'm saying? At the moment, he only has one. We need to be honest here. And there's a reason why Bayern sacked him. Do you get what I'm saying? The brand of football was becoming unattractive. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think some players were not thriving under it. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is not me saying Nagelsmann is a bad coach. He's not. The only thing I'm saying is just he's not the finished article. Do you know what I'm saying? What I mean, he's not complete. That's just the thing. And we've all seen what happens when we brought in an incomplete manager. Potter looked good at Brighton. This is not take into account, guys. Even in the comments, even everyone on this panel, I am not saying Potter's in the same level of Nagelsmann, but my point is this: Potter, he went to Brighton at the beginning of the season. He went on an 8-game unbeaten run, and I think all of them were wins. Do you hear what I'm saying? And because of that, people thought it's the finished article. Imagine him in a big club. He's got everything. Do you know what I'm saying? He really wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the finished article. It was just a matter of he worked with the players. He just managed to work with the players he had. Do you know what I'm saying? He's never had a full handled squad. He's never had quality players. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was overwhelming for him. Do you know what I'm saying? So like for me, Nagelsmann is 35. Yes, he's done it with elite players, Thomas Muller. But then, can you really come to me and say um, the Bundesliga's tactical intense is large? No, it's not. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's
Every
what I said
team,
before,
Dex,
JK.
exactly, Dex. Everyone has one way of playing in that league. Do you get what I'm saying? This is why Tuchel was very stubborn and he didn't want to change. Do you know what I'm saying? Although we were getting results, sometimes he would never want to change in game because the German league has one way of playing. The high line football, do you know what I'm saying? The wing backs overload. That's what it is. You just be honest, guys.
To
Do
be
you know what I'm
fair,
saying?
that's sort of this is the one criticism I'll say. That's the same with Klopp though. Like
That's the
Klopp's very
same with
set in
Klopp.
ways. He still plays the high line. And he still uses the fullbacks.
But do you know why, Dex? Do you know why Klopp and Tuchel get away with it? It's because they're elite coaches and they are the finished article. Do you get what I'm saying? Nagelsmann is not the finished article, and he only has one way of playing. Do you know what I'm saying? Coming into a league where teams know how to transition in the way they play. They have players where they can stick left wing, right wing, cam. Do you know what I'm saying? They can have formations, back fours where they can switch to back threes, not knowing throughout the whole game. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, Nagelsmann would do okay. But if you're expecting him to be a title challenger for Chelsea right now or in the first 2, 3 years, 4 years, I'm telling you, it's not happening. Not every manager is the same. People will go and say, look at Arteta, look at Arteta. Not every manager is the same. People wanted us to wait on Potter because they thought he would be like Arteta on Klopp. Do you get what I'm saying? Klopp and Arteta are their own men in different ways. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't like it when these fans go on about, oh, look at what happened with Arteta. Look what happened with this manager. Look what happened this. No. You could say the same. They could have said the same. Man United could have said the same for Ole when they were bad. But what did he succeed? When were Man United in a title challenge? When have they won the league? Tell me. out of all the time they've given Ole. What trophies did they win? Do you get what I'm saying? So every manager's their own man. So please don't use this narrative that Nagelsmann can become Arteta. It's disgusting. Why are we even comparing? Why are we as fan bases comparing, wanting to copy modules now? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We're a big club for a reason.
yeah. I said this
I
before
don't
about
like it.
Nagelsmann, JK. It's a massive risk going for him because he's only managed in Germany. He hasn't like been around the leagues or So if he came to the Prem, he'd be unexperienced and he'd have to adapt and to know the league. When he comes, that's it's a big risk to be fair. But
It's
then
a
everyone
big,
says
big
like, oh yeah,
risk.
but he becomes the manager. Yeah,
The thing is, Dex, this is what I'm saying. When you just say managers without thinking, basically basically a stupid selectiveness that our fan base have that we have to stop. Oh, Nagelsmann's involved. Oh, let's get him, brother. Not all because Potter, even with the players, we say, oh, let's bring this player, let's bring this player. Nah, as if this is FIFA. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
frustrating.
Yeah, they think they're playing a football manager, JK. Let's go
Yes,
to Odu.
it's real life.
Yeah, welcome, Odu. Odu, what's your whole take? Did you hear the press conference from Bruno? And if you did, what's your take? I'll tell you what he said. Um, and then, who's your favorite manager to come in? And come in now or wait till next season? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had the press conference, and I think from the body language of Bruno, I think he's aware that a manager can come in at any moment in
Yeah.
time, and that's why when they asked him that how is he going to cope with the Real Madrid game, the next couple of few games, what does he intend to achieve? And he told
Mhm.
them that it is one game at a time. That right now, his next game is Liverpool, and their only focus is on Liverpool. That a lot tells you that he is aware that he can be replaced at any moment from now. And from rumors here and there, I don't really take much into them, but sometimes there might be a little bit of truth in what they are saying. So they said the board had intention to have a permanent manager going into the Real Madrid game, meaning they are somehow pessimistic
Hmm.
about Bruno going into that game. It also shows that uh, for the fact that we have Liverpool tomorrow, which was so early and so close, they need a manager to come in immediately, take the boys in training, and also spearhead the dugout movement. So they are left with no options than to bring out someone. So Bruno is not even an ideal interim for them, but they had no choice because they
Yeah.
had to provide someone to lead us against Liverpool. So going forward, uh, in terms of manager, uh, Nick, you remember earlier last year, early August or so, maybe September, when
Hmm.
things were a bit rough for Thomas Tuchel, we were saying that we are afraid that he might be sacked, and that just happened. And why we said we were afraid was that there are no elite manager out there to replace him. Our worry was that if he gets fired, who are we going to bring in? So we were praying so hard at the time that
Hmm.
he just put in a little bit of flexibility into his attacking options, but he was just so rigid, and he's a stubborn tactician. He doesn't want to change. He has the belief that things will definitely going to work out. But along the line, he had to go through the exit door, and I
Yeah.
think the board were so much in a rush to bring in someone, and they didn't do enough
Yeah,
proper
although
profiling.
it wasn't the rush, it was Todd Bowley. I think it was his main decision because he didn't know anything. You know, at the time, there was no Vivell there, no Win Stanley there. So he just went what he thought, and he took advice from certain people. I don't know who exactly, certain media pundits, ex-players, and they all said to him, "He's an up-and-coming. He's the next great English coach." So
He's
I don't.
just
That's why.
reading too
That's
much
why I
into
don't
the
blame him
media.
too much. Yeah, that's why I don't blame him too much. Yeah, at least he knows his mistake now. That's the main thing. Yeah,
Yes,
go
yes,
on.
and that's a bold step by him to at least bow his head down in shame and take the decision to just let him go. Many
Mm,
owners wouldn't do that. They will just be there and trying to think
yeah,
that they've got the money, they've got the leadership, whatever
that's a
they
lot
do
of money.
is their
Do you
right.
hear the
So,
amount? That did you hear
so
the amount
yeah,
to 21.5 million they gave him?
yes.
They came to an
I think they
arrangement.
said maybe I think there was I saw a report that was saying 13 after we gave uh
21.5. It was on the
so
news, on the
uh,
ITV news actually. 20. Well, it's still a lot of money. He's a multi-billion a millionaire. So he's
yes.
Potter's laughing right now. He's probably celebrating, partying. You know.
Mm,
All right, he wants football. He likes football. I know. I'm
it
sure he
will
will
be
get.
back. It will be
Yeah,
back,
he'll be
but
back with. I
it's
think
not
he.
gonna get any of the top four clubs
No,
in the
no.
world. It's not gonna
I
get
can
it.
see Leicester going for him now. Really, I can see Leicester go for
I
him.
think I think he might do well there anyway. So
He could save them.
they have
Uh,
a ready team, so they
and they
just need
have
to do one or two
and
changes.
Leicester, Leicester is a small club. They're gonna wait. It's not Chelsea, massive club who have to be in that top four, have to win trophies. Leicester, uh, they expect to be in the Premiership. That's their expectations, and if they get a Europa, it's a bonus. So I think he would do well there. Yeah, like you said.
That's the thing. He will do well there. So on the next candidate, for me,
Mm,
the person I want to even come in is not having enough PR from the media. So I actually want Zidane to come in because
yeah,
I felt that there is a lot of ego in that dressing room, and
yeah,
if you're going to have students in your class and you want to be telling them they are dollars. You want to tell them they need to learn. You want to tell them they need to be brilliant. You must be a brilliant teacher and you must be a brilliant student at your time. So I felt if we have someone who has done
mm,
it on the biggest stage as a footballer, as a coach, as a
yeah.
manager with big time trophy, it's not people gets to think that it's just a sheer luck to go on a three consecutive Champions League, a
No,
milestone that I don't see any manager out there in
even
the
with
world
no, he
achieving.
even with
You
the great
understand?
players he had, he done unbelievable
You
because
understand
he's a
that
tough, ruthless manager, and that's what we
you
need. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
exactly. So
and yeah,
the players on the pitch know what to do. They know what he wanted from them, and he had huge respect for them as well. So
mm,
I think Ronaldo said each time he put him on the bench in some games that he doesn't start him, when he's introducing him, he will just tell him, please go out there and do your thing. You understand? He believes in his players. He support them. He regards their quality, respect their quality enough, and the young ones among them also, he helped them to be able to get along with the experienced players, and they all play as a team. So for me, I think we need a manager who is bold, just like Jose
mm,
Mourinho, a manager who is tactically inclined, just like Conte, who has that winning mentality, who even with a draw, they felt is a loss to them. You understand?
yes,
And
exactly.
all these manager who are soft and a yes man manager, they cannot lead us. They cannot
No,
lead Chelsea.
I
So
think
so
they've realized now. They
so
know. Yeah, yeah.
so for
Go on.
me, the names out there are, I don't know. I don't know. All the
There's a
people
lot of
I'm
names.
seeing out there,
A lot of names.
Nagelsmann, Amori, and all that. I don't just know where their names are springing out from. And
Even
I think
Pochettino. You
so
know,
the fan base are just calling
names.
favorite coaches that they feels. So,
Yeah.
and you see, once the manager comes in now and it's not their favorite,
Oh
an
God.
agenda will start,
Yeah.
because they start doing all this sort of, I told you, he has nothing to offer. He has this and that. You understand? So the
Yeah.
board just needs to do their profiling very well, know their onions, and
Mm,
get the right coach. Maximum contract, 3 years. If nothing is going on well, we will getting rid of you. Don't give him a compensation fee. Just put him on a regular monthly salary or so. So with that, you just wait till he gets a job elsewhere. So with that, a manager that comes in, we know that he needs to deliver. We know that he needs to give us the instant result as well. As much as we want him to develop player, we don't want that Arsene Wenger mentality, playing beautiful nonsense and without a spoon. So we don't want that. We want a
mm,
manager who will come in, who will be able to set some principles, set some disciplinary method. If you come late to the pitch, you're going to have 1 million press up. If you come late to trainings, if you don't get to warm up when I ask you to warm up while the match is ongoing, you will not see the next 3 matches. So a manager that will come in should be able to have some disciplinary actions. If you go out there on the pitch, if you don't interpret the tactics well, you're getting subbed immediately. Somebody is coming in. We have an handful of squad right now. There's a competition in almost every position, is aside from the center forward, and we have enough options. So if they are not playing well,
yeah.
let them just rot in the bench there and give
Exactly.
the minutes to people who wants to play for the badge. So we need a manager who is bold, a manager who is
That's
tactically
right.
sound and mentally he has a man management mentality. If player is not fit, don't force them to play. You can
Mm,
help them to sit out. If a player is underperforming, give him some match rest. If he misses 2 or 3 matches, he will rediscover himself. So we
exactly.
need a manager
We
who is
had
all round.
we
But
had
but
a
the
yeah. Go
but
on.
the thing
Sorry.
is that
Yeah.
people should understand that you're not going to have everything in one manager. As human beings, we are not complete. Everyone has their flaws. So you just need to have a manager who will give you that high level of competition and who will instill a winning
Mm,
mentality into the teams. So
yeah.
that's just my own
So
opinion.
your first choice will be
Is is
Zidane.
is
You said.
Zidane.
Yeah.
That's my choice.
I don't mind.
So
My first choice, of course, is Jose. Enrique, Zidane is up there.
yeah,
Uh,
Enrique is
but
also a good option. Yeah.
yeah, but what I really wish for is they bring Jose Mourinho as the sporting football director to get things up in that board straight. He will tell them what to do, but let's see. That's my wishes, but. Even I hope John Terry does come and help Bruno. He's going to need help. But for me, like
I
you said,
think I think I
yeah,
think right now John Terry should judge the first team back room staff, and he should be
yeah.
an independent person. Whether
You
a
know,
coach is fired or
no,
sacked, John
no.
Terry
I want,
remains.
Odu. I want him to come, be alongside Bruno Sota as his number two. Yeah, he can do it. That'd be great for the club, for the fans to see John Terry on that bench. It will mean everything. And it will change the atmosphere, everything. But even now, with Graham Potter's gone, you're
Mm,
going to
My,
see
my my
tomorrow.
my my worry is that I don't want
Yeah.
us to give him a position where we have to drop him
No,
and lower it after
no,
some
he,
time.
he will know
That's
what he's coming to do. He will know if they,
Mm.
we're after a lead manager. John Terry, he will do anything for the good of the club. Plus,
Yeah.
don't forget he was assistant at Aston Villa. Don't forget.
Aston Villa. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he done a great job there. They didn't want him to go, but he wanted to move on. So, that'd be a great idea. Let's see if it happens. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Let's welcome Deals as well.
Big up you lot. Big up you lot. I hope you lot are doing well.
Big up, big up, big up, big up.
Yeah, we're
Big
here to
up,
talk.
Deals.
I
What's
like
up, bro?
I like
You telling me, bro?
imitating you.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hey, JK, how you doing, my bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. All is well, bro. How about you, bro?
Bro, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, bro.
Oh, that's
Obviously, with
nice.
all this news that's going on about our club,
Yeah.
obviously it is annoying the fact that we have to change managers during one season, 3 managers in one season. It's been hectic,
Mhm.
even with a new ownership. Yes, they're still learning on the job, It's been a hectic season and
Been
ups and
crazy.
downs, full of ups and downs. There's been full of ups and downs this season with our club. But we
So,
know we will be back. Yeah.
yeah, well,
And
of course.
the ops will fear us
We
again.
said it,
I'm
Deals,
telling you
don't
this
forget
now, they will fear us again. Yeah.
last week,
And when when
Deals,
they
the
when
other
they
day.
fear us
Yeah,
again,
go
yeah.
on.
This is a clear
Yeah,
message. Yeah.
yeah.
When they fear us again, right? What are they gonna say when they fear us again? What are they gonna say? Because let's be real. Yeah, the last time they feared us, yeah, they said that was all money, right?
Mm,
Why they feared us? No, it wasn't. It's because we had war mentality people in the building. That's why they feared us. Yeah. That's why
exactly.
they feared us, because we had war mentality from in the squad. Yeah. Going down to the owners, down to the management, right? Everybody knew what the plan was, right? And that's what we need in the club right now, where everybody knows what the plan is, everybody knows where the direction is, right? And that's what the next new manager needs to know and understand. There's a plan, there's a direction, you know?
Yeah, great comment. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, so I think we talked about anyone else wants to say anything about the new manager or anything else that them.
Yes, I want to say about something about the new manager,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, go ahead.
The new manager has to be someone that's experienced, because I'm looking at the less experienced manager that we hire. It's going to be another situation where we see what happened with Graham Potter. We don't want that. We don't want a less
can't afford
experienced
that.
coach. Like
Yeah.
Adu's saying, we need an experienced coach that knows to handle the players well, right? Because let's be real.
Who would you have, Deals?
Personally, I would take Nagelsmann, but it's a huge gamble
That's
because
what I mean.
it's
He's young.
because he doesn't know how to handle the English league yet. That's
Yeah.
the major
And-
problem, and he's less experienced. He's
Exactly.
not he's not experienced more than
He's not there yet.
Nog-
Maybe in a few years' time.
Enrique. He's less experienced than Enrique. Enrique's very experienced, so I would rather have Enrique, because Enrique,
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Nagelsmann, it's going to be another project that's going to be waiting for the next 2 years or a year to him to come good. Whereas Luis Enrique, we don't have to wait.
We don't have that patience. We don't have that patience.
Exactly. Yeah, especially, we don't, because Chelsea fans that don't. We need to be challenging next season. That's what we're all waiting for.
Is Luis Enrique good with young players though? What players has he made from young players? What young players has he made develop? JK.
I'm not. Yeah, go on, JK.
He's developed Gavi, Pedri, Oyarzabal. Do you know Oyarzabal, that striker, Spanish striker?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, you know, he plays for us.
I think he's the one that introduced Ansu Fati.
I know
well.
he worked with Mourinho, and I know he worked with Guardiola when they was all younger. I know they was
he worked with Guardiola.
They was in a Brian Robson group, wasn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
he was the one. He was the one I believe that scouted Neymar.
Okay,
If I'm correct.
so he
Yeah.
knows he knows about youth scouting and all that
He
stuff.
knows the
Yeah.
good
He's
players.
very good
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So he's very good with young players. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's made them the best that they have been now. Do you know
Can
what
he
I'm
speak
saying?
English? Is he good at speaking English?
He's very good at English. He's as good as
Okay.
his English is very good. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I mean, like, and the style of football he plays. I'll explain it to you. I mean, it's a 4-2-3-1. Similar a bit to the way it's a mixture of Arteta and Pep's style of play. Do you know what I'm saying? So what he likes to do is he likes to keep the ball, keep the pressure high. He's
Do you
attacking
think we got
minded.
the
You know what
players
I'm
to do
saying?
that, though, JK? Do you think we
Yeah,
got the
of
players to
course.
keep the ball?
Yeah, we got it. He thrives off of wingers that are pacey. You know what I'm saying? Mudryk, Felix. He relies on technical ability as well through the midfield. Enzo Fernandez and the DM, the sitting DM. We need to buy. I think Enrique will know the DM. Do you know what I'm saying? As you know, he did manage Busquets very well. Do
Do
you know
you
what I'm
not
saying?
believe the
So
reports that they don't want a younger manager? Do you not believe that?
no, they didn't say that. That's rubbish.
That's what Sky Sports.
They're
That's
talking
what
to
Sky Sports is
everyone.
saying.
Deals.
That's what
They'll
Sky
forget.
Sports is saying. They don't want a younger
No,
manager.
they said they some of the board members don't want a younger manager. Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
They're going to come to a decision. They
I
have
know.
to
I
talk
know
to
the fact that
everyone.
Brazil's the only one that's pushing for Nagelsmann because obviously that's
Yeah,
his guy, obviously, and Brazil's obviously
yeah.
going to push for Nagelsmann because he's available. The other board members, I think they're looking for other candidates. I think
They
they're looking at
just,
the Enrique's,
of
the
course,
the Pochettinos, them man there. You get me?
they want an elite manager, and so do I. Really, I know Nagelsmann is a great young manager. What I see seen of him is great, but he's only 35. I prefer someone more elite, like Enrique, like Zidane, like Jose.
Yeah,
People like that.
Nick. I think another thing as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
since Reveal and all these other board members have come in, I think that Todd Bowley and Egg Barley, they realized they made a big mistake,
oh yeah,
and that
yeah,
big mistake was bringing in an unproven gaffer in the
yeah.
building for instead of elite gaffer. You know,
They realized their mistake, and at the time we said he didn't know anything about football, no one to advise him. So we forgave Bowley. I forgive Bowley. I mean, I
this is
have
where
to.
I think that the rivals,
Yeah,
no, not the rivals, the Brighton, setup. I believe that their owners actually persuaded Todd Bowley and Egg
maybe.
Barley to get Potter
Yeah,
because
it wasn't just the Brighton lot.
they
It
knew
was,
that Bowley and Egg Barley
yeah,
was new to the sport,
it
so they
wasn't.
knew how to persuade them.
It
And
was a lot of
remember,
people.
these guys
Yeah,
are poker players, so they're gonna persuade another ownership,
of
a new
course.
ownership,
It's not
because they
just
don't
that. It was.
nobody, they don't know
Yeah,
nobody.
at the time, Bowley. If he was me, I'd do the same. If I didn't know nothing about the game, and I'll be asking pundits, ex-players, people, and most people he asked were English ex-players and pundits, media, and this media they always wanted an English manager to succeed at a
I
top
think
club.
he rushed the bullet. He
So that's
rushed the
why,
bullet.
yeah,
He rushed it too early.
yeah,
Yes, and
He was doing a
and I,
good. He was doing good at Brighton. Yes,
yeah.
you can
That's
say
his
that's his
level.
level. You can say
Yeah,
that's his
and
level. That's
at least he
his
didn't say
expectation.
he
Because
went out. He should go. He went
there's
out
two different
really.
expectations. When you come
Yeah.
to Chelsea, there's a lot of expectations on your head, right?
Mm,
And there's a lot of pressure on your head. So he couldn't handle the pressure. He couldn't handle the players because I believe the players have big egos. And some of that players in that dressing room have a
yeah.
big say. They
Of
done it to
course.
Tuchel. They did it to Tuchel. And you know how I know they done it to Tuchel? Because they done it to Lampard. They did it to a lot of managers at our club, right?
even
Yeah.
So
Mourinho, they did it to Jose Mourinho. They did it to
Yeah.
Conte
That's
as
why.
well. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. And that's why you
Do
need,
you think that's because they had the Roman mentality though? Some of these
For me,
players.
do you know what? Like Dex deals. Sorry. Do you
yeah,
know what it is with these owners? I don't think they're going to have this. We're not going to have this player power anymore. I don't think we're going to have um falling out dressing rooms because as the manager, as the owner said, even he openly said it on the website. I assume he did say that any players that don't want to be here can go. They're not going to have any sort of bad eggs in the dressing room. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I do think the thing of the players wanting the manager not playing for the manager will stop. Do you get what I'm saying? And I do think they should bring in a manager that has the authority to make these players get these players disciplined. Do you know what I'm saying? And whoever wants to
exactly.
go can go. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can't stand for even our fans sometimes don't help because sometimes they would be wanting these sort of players to stay. Look at Mason Mount.
No, one
Look at
hundred
what
percent, JK.
look
No,
exactly.
I 100% agree with you
Do
because
you get what I'm saying?
another thing as well. When there's media based on about contracts and stuff, I don't like the contract situation whilst in the season because when it's in the season, this is the issue. This it comes down to an issue because you're talking about the player having a new contract during the middle of the season. It's a madness, you know.
The word. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, especially gave an example. The Mount situation already. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to sign. We all know he doesn't want to sign. Let's be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? It's because of the money. And then our fans, they keep on saying that they don't want bad eggs. I'm not saying Mason Mount's a bad egg. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they don't want people to play for the club as it wastes a lot of time in what we're trying to do. If that's the case, stop. Why would they be giving him praise for clapping on the pitch? Yes, it's good, but like they were saying, oh, let him stay. Look how much he loves Chelsea. He's clapping all to the fans, although he
Uh,
didn't even play. You know what I'm
in
saying?
in the end, most of them were happy he's gone. Uh, you know, he showed he was on the news today, ITV. They were showing the news. London at Stamford Bridge. What the fans, they were talking to a lot of different fans, ladies, girls, men, old men, kids, and they all said, "What are you happy now that Graham Potter's gone?" Even little kids were saying yes. They said to them, "Why?" Because he couldn't win games,
Nick,
couldn't get points for us.
Nick,
So
do you
even
think
the
he knew that?
kids,
Do you think he knew he was gone after Aston Villa? Do you think he knew he was gone?
I think he didn't know nothing. He got shocked. He got a
He
good
didn't
shock
know.
because
He
he's
didn't know. He
no,
didn't know because
he-
they didn't give him ultimatum at all. They
no.
didn't give him
He
Well,
ultimatum.
must
they
have
gave him
They,
a
thought.
they keep
warning.
saying,
They gave him
He,
a warning. They gave him a warning at the Dortmund game. They gave him a warning at the Leeds
yeah,
game, and he knew that this situation will be coming.
you know
It
what?
was due to happen.
Dudes, he
It was
didn't
due.
care, but he knew he was going to go. He's happy. He's got 21.5 million in his pocket. So he knew he like we said before, he came for the money, and he got the money because Foley was thick enough. He was
They said
uh,
that. They
yeah,
said that
stupid
they said
enough
that
to give it to him.
I Nick. They said that he was getting 50 million. They said that he
No,
was gonna get
now
60
they
million
came to an
payout.
arrangement.
Bullshit.
They came
Bullshit.
to an arrangement. They left. Potter left with good wives, with Bowley and the rest of them. Even Bruno said it today. That's why Bruno's still there. He's going to take charge. That was Potter's first coach.
Nick, what did you think of his presser
Yeah,
today against Liverpool?
he's okay. What he said, I couldn't say better. He said everything what they asked him, and he said the truth. That's what I want to hear from the manager or any coach. Tell the
The
truth.
only thing
Don't
I'm worried about this Bruno guy, yeah,
why? Yeah, but he's
is
only here
no,
for
no, 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 no,
game
no,
by
no. I'm
game, man.
saying this because he's coming up
Yeah.
against an experienced manager like Klopp, right?
Yes.
He's
Yes.
coming
He
up with
knows
an
that.
experienced guy like
Yeah,
Klopp.
but someone has
Yeah,
to
no, no,
take
no.
charge.
Yes, Liverpool are playing bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But what you got to look at here is, yeah, this
Yeah.
guy hasn't got experience. This guy's got no experience in big time,
Of
right?
course,
Yes,
he said it. He
yes,
said it
he's been at our
himself.
club. Yes,
Yeah,
he's been at
Deals.
our club.
Yeah,
with
but
Potter.
rather than Potter take charge, and we all want to go and lose.
Yes, yeah,
I need
I
better.
understand that, Nick. Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
I
got
need
no
better
big
that
time.
Bruno's taking charge, and we want to go and win now. So
He's not going to win
know,
tactically against Klopp. No way, no
doesn't
chance.
matter. We're going to.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
See,
no. Explain
the
to
fact
yeah,
that the fact that the atmosphere has changed, that
yes,
alone is an edge. That alone is a winning mentality atmosphere, because they do not have the manager in charge right now. The players will come and just do their thing.
yeah. Thank
It's
yeah,
not even about the manager spearheading them at the dugout.
exactly.
It's about the player trying to
yeah.
show that tactically they were demoralized. Tactically, they were just so demoralized that they
Yeah,
couldn't
but what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say is,
fathom.
what I'm trying to say is, the only way we
yeah.
win this game, yeah, if
Mm.
the players turn up, we're not winning it tactically. No chance.
No,
Not
he
against
will have
manager like Klopp.
tactics. He
You know
has
what?
to.
Do you know what I agree
No,
with you?
no.
I mean, this is not about tactical. I think Chelsea, what we need to rely on is the players. I think the players will need to coach themselves through a win,
Yeah,
and I
but
know they
look,
can do it.
certified
Yes.
deals. Look, this guy. He said, against Aston Villa, he saw the mistakes. We made mistakes, he said, and it's up to us to prepare properly this time. The guy is going to do what he can, and if he wins
And
against Liverpool, he will get more confident, and
yeah.
the fans will get more confident, and we can move to the next game by game now. You
That's
can't
what he
ask for
said.
anything else.
He
Yeah,
said it's one game at a time, and he said in a
exactly.
club like this, you need to
Yeah,
win. He said you
yeah,
need to get the results. That's what he said. He said it's all
yeah.
about results. It's all
He
about
could
the
have,
winning
I
he
mentality.
like
said
what he said
everything.
about the youngsters. I like it what he said about the youngsters. Like he's
He's
gonna
got to
implement.
get them all together.
He knows
Yeah,
the youngsters. That's what he said. He wants to implement the youngsters. So I like what he said about that.
yeah. So, and let's hope John Terry comes and helps him as well. We don't know, but let's see. Tomorrow is going to be him in charge. He'll be coming out the tunnel with the Chelsea team, but the atmosphere is going to be different. It won't be that atmosphere against Villa or Southampton or any other game when Graham Potter was there, because Bruno knows what's happened, and he's going to be different. I promise you. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Let's
think he's
move
gonna
on.
be shouting on the touchline? You know,
I think he will. Yeah. I don't think he's going to
JK. Do
sit
you
there
reckon he's
arms
gonna be
folded.
shouting on the touchline? And Max
Wait,
and
where's he
Jacob.
from? Dudes, is he from Portugal?
He's
Yeah,
Spanish. He's Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
You know,
I
with Spanish,
think he might be doing that because he's an outspoken person, and he said
Yes.
it that this is something that he's been doing in the past 24 years, and though he's just 4 years into the coaching, but for the past 24 years he's been in the business, and he
Of
talks a
course.
lot with the players. That even in the dressing rooms, he helps out on a lot of things. He creates an interpersonal relationship with
Yeah.
players, and I guess that was the main reason. That was what gives him an edge to be chosen, because they want to see someone who
Oh,
has a relationship with the players, someone who can carry the player along. And seemingly, he has been doing that in the dressing rooms. They say he has
okay.
a lot of talks with the players. He always advises them. He always helps them out on different things. So they've already been together like a friend. So they're coming out tomorrow. It's not about him. It's about the team trying to play together as a team. Because if you watch that our loss against Villa, we had a better chance to have been 2-0 or 3-0 up in the first 30 minutes of the game. But what happened?
Oh,
There is no proper communication in the attack. They couldn't convert their chances. There is no proper communication in the defense. They couldn't even communicate well with themselves. And that's why we considered that goal. So when a team is playing with an individual brilliance, it leaves a huge gap for the team, because the opponent is going to capitalize on those flaws, on those lapses, and they're going to punish them severely. And when they take that chance, they will not want to lose it. They will not want it to slip out of their hands. You can't come back against them, because you've already messed things up yourself and you are trying to take that point away from them. They're not going to leave it easily. So that's what happened. And at this time right now, if they come together to play as a team and to be selfless, they are going to win. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
Because
Every
I
time
see
we
a lot
played
of
Liverpool,
pressure
every
on
time
them
we
as well.
played Liverpool, every time we played Liverpool, the recent passes at home, they've been up there in the Premier League with Man City. This time we're playing against a Liverpool side that hasn't been that great in the Premier League this season.
No, if we
I,
deals
I
is
feel that
it's the same with
we
us.
can get at their defense,
Yeah,
but that's if our players are on site and ready
yeah.
to go.
Liverpool deals. Liverpool are going to be desperate like we are. It's like it will be no different than say we were third and they were fourth. It will be that sort of game. It's a mid-table game, but it's a massive game for both clubs.
It's just like a draw. It's got a draw alone over it. I'm
Well,
being
it's
honest.
usually is, but let's see. Let's hope we win tomorrow. It'd be a great start, for the new era, as we say. This is started for me. Bowling starts now from tomorrow. Forget what he done. They just come in mistake after mistake.
You know
Now,
what,
yeah,
Nick?
go. Yeah,
Do you know what? If Enrique comes in, this Chelsea season start that day.
Let me
I'm
ask a quick
sorry.
question, JK. Yeah,
yeah.
do you not believe that the new manager will be at the game tomorrow?
No.
Maybe we never know, but like maybe not now, because man, there could be
Maybe.
other managers.
Tomorrow is Bruno. Yeah, certified. Yeah, I got your message. If you want to do that, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, yeah, let me put order back in. It just dropped out. Yeah. Yeah. So we said about everything. Anyone else, Max? Any more comments about the new manager? Or I think we said it all. Who our choices are. Anyone else? Or we
Yeah,
got? Yeah, go on.
yes. They asked him about the lineups. That is there going to be any difference? And I think there might be a little bit different, but
Yeah,
his
he didn't
response,
say. He said
his,
you
his
can't. I can't
response
give
to
that.
me, his
Yeah.
response to me sounds like a mind game. He said the same lineup, so I
No, he
felt
didn't. He didn't.
the
Although he said, I don't want to give nothing away because I'm not going to tell you my lineup. He said, yeah, he said what you said as well.
yes,
You
he
know,
said that they
yeah,
because someone else asked again, another presser asked him, and
Of course, he
another
wasn't gonna
reporter asked him.
expose the
He
lineup.
does
He
the
was
same.
never gonna do that.
yeah,
Yes, no, exactly.
yeah. But let's see. We don't know the guy. Only the Brighton fans know him. He played for them for a long time.
He's
But
a
we don't know.
Brighton legend, Nick. He's a
Yeah,
Brighton legend.
I know he's an ex Brighton legend. He's been playing football 25 years. Like Aldo said, coaching is new to him. But let's see what happens. We have to be happy. We can't keep going on where oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. We have to be happy because the main object has happened. Graham Potter has gone. Now we move on, and we can look forward to going to Chelsea and supporting the club like we used to again. That's
Your
what
protest paid off. Your protest paid off.
Yeah, that
Your,
one man
your
protest.
one man protest. I was
Yeah,
looking for the
it
picture,
helped.
but I couldn't lay my hands on it.
It does help. Even it does help. They do see I was there. They
Yes,
know I
yes,
was there. They know.
yes,
But
yes.
it would they knew it by everywhere they knew the fans couldn't take any more, and so they
Yeah, they
done it
knew that.
before.
They knew
They
that the
knew
things that was going on and
deals. They knew,
behind
and
the scenes and
they
stuff. They
didn't want to
knew. They
wait
knew.
for the big reaction to get thousands outside and shouting, screaming for Bowley's head. So he got him out just in time. He would have been crazy against Liverpool if he didn't.
I think they felt the heat against Southampton in our loss against
Yeah,
Southampton. They felt the heat, but the last game against Villa, the reaction was terrible. So it was massive. So they couldn't control it.
exactly.
Even on the final update on the CFC tweet, it was about 16,000 comments, and that's a massive
It helped
impression.
a lot.
That's a
Everyone,
massive reaction.
all our
So
tweets and things, they did help. They made them look, and they knew the fans had
yes,
enough.
yes.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't know. Should we do the Villa ratings, or is it worth it? I don't know. Should we, or should we leave the Villa ratings?
Let's go on to the Liverpool preview.
Yeah, let's go straight
Let's just go to
go
Liverpool
to the
game
Liverpool
straight up.
game. Yeah, we'll do our predicted lineups, of course, for Liverpool. Let's start with you, Max. Do you have your lineup you think should start tomorrow? I don't know if Max is still there.
Matt,
He's there, but probably doing something.
he's
Dex,
probably busy.
yeah. Dex, I'll come to Liverpool then.
Yeah.
Who you think will start with for Liverpool? What's your lineup before we go to show?
My lineup. I think there has to be. Jurgen Klopp has said that there's going to be changes after that City game. So
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Whether or not, I don't know. He said they're going to be like big changes. So we'll have to wait and see. But obviously, my predicted lineup, I think, will be Alisson in the six. Centre backs, I play Konate, Van Dijk, and then right, I've obviously played Robbo and Trent. Midfield. Now this is the big one. The midfield. I think, judging by what he said, I think if I had to pick, I'd say the midfield changes. It'd probably have to be Fabinho. I'm going to say probably Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, you were starting.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah,
Does Firmino play in the midfield for you, man?
That's what he said. Fabinho,
not Fabinho.
Firmino. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think he came in as a sub in the match against City.
Yeah, he came on as a sub.
He
Yeah,
can play as a midfielder, because I heard he played there at Hoffenheim when he was playing in the midfield.
Yeah, he can play there, but I think he's more effective in the false nine. He's more effective there. And do you know what? I'm going to say this, this guy has only played 20 minutes of football. He's sat on the bench. He hasn't given a fair shot. And I'm not going to lie, I think this would be the perfect game to play him in. I think we should play Artemello in midfield. Give him a shot. Why not? Like, he had, he hasn't been given a fair shot. He hasn't been brought on. I'd say this is the perfect game to give him a chance. All the fans are saying giving him a chance. Why not? Do you know what I mean? So I'll put him in the midfield. Forward line, I'll play. I was going to say Diaz, but Klopp said he's not going to be in the squad tomorrow, which is a shame. He says he needs to take his time to recover, which is fair enough. So I'll probably say Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, and I'll probably say I'll start Darwin up front, Nunes, because I think Nunes can cause problems. I think he's very physical. He's very quick as well, and he's normally good in front of goal on his given day. So that's my predicted lineup for Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong team. Doesn't Liverpool? Do they still have good players? It's just that they lost confidence like we have. That's why. I get it. Max, are you there? I'll go to Jacob. Jacob, you there? Jacob?
Here, give me a second. Give me a second. I'm busy.
Okay. All right, you're busy, yeah. Max, I think are you there or you're busy? Busy. Let's go back to Odo and Deals then. Who has a predicted lineup ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your
I've got
Chelsea
a back
lineup.
three. I've got a back three of Kepa's in goal.
Yeah.
And then I got Badishili, Koulibaly, because I know Thiago Silva's injured. Is Wesley Fofana still injured?
Yes, as far as we know, he's injured.
And then I got Badishili, Koulibaly, I don't know who I'm gonna pick there. Oh, Chalobah. I'm gonna have to go Chalobah. Gonna have to put Chalobah.
Chalobah right back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Chalobah right
yeah,
back,
yeah,
right
yeah,
centre back.
yeah. I don't
And
think
then and
I
then
don't think Bruno would do the same mistake like
and then and
against
then
Villa.
and then I got on the right wing back. I got Reece James, and left wing back I got Chilwell, and then
Yeah,
in the two mids I got Enzo and Kante, and then as my attack I got João Felix, Sterling, and I'm gonna have to go with
Sterling. I don't think Sterling is ready.
is Sterling not
Uh,
ready?
well, he didn't
He's not
say. He said,
available.
yeah,
It's
he said
unavailable.
it's the same as Villa. Sterling,
I'm gonna have to go.
Fafana.
Pulisic's not ready as well. Is Pulisic ready?
I don't. I think he
Pulisic
could be
is
on.
ready.
You
Yeah, I
know
think he
what?
could be
I'm
on
gonna
the
go
bench.
Pulisic. I'm gonna go
Yeah, go
Pulisic.
on.
I'm gonna go
Pulisic,
Pulisic and Havertz.
Havertz, and
Yep,
Felix. You said.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Aldo?
Yeah, for
What?
me, Kepa will still be in goal. There's
Yeah.
no point changing him. Those goals were just they were goals that could be considered by any goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And
that was a great goal though. I don't think
yes,
it was Kepa's fault
yes. So
myself.
Actually,
the
Nick,
goals were
I'm
nice.
changing my lineup. I'm changing my lineup. I've
All
got.
right.
I'm gonna take Pulisic out, and I'm gonna put Mount. I'm gonna put Mount in there still.
Mount to start. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Mount. I'm gonna go Mount, Havertz, and João Felix. That's what I've got.
it could well happen. He's ready now. Yeah, yeah. Go on, Aldo.
So Kepa Lingo, there
Yeah,
is no reason Cucurella should start. He doesn't deserve a start.
yeah. After that
If,
big
if, if,
mistake, God.
yes, if he cannot use his head as a professional that he is, so we have Badiashile in his place.
Yeah,
Then Koulibaly as a
yeah,
center CB. Then I will have Chalobah.
yeah,
So I will have Chilwell in place of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I will replace him in that position with Reece James. Reece
yeah,
James will have done better in that position.
yeah.
He will have be able to get his crosses through. So I will have Reece James. Then with the performance of Kante in the previous game, he surely
It
clearly
looks fit.
stated that he is ready to start.
Yeah,
So with that level of intensity, for me, he is starting alongside Enzo. So the last time Modric made his debut was against Liverpool, and he had a brilliant 25 to 30 minutes of play.
yeah,
He gave Liverpool defense a run for their money. I
yeah,
would like to reframe him from that first nine position, put him on the wing, and
yeah.
I would like to also pair him on the wing with João Felix. Then Havertz has to return to the
Havertz
center
to
forward.
stay there. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Havertz has been started every game. I like Havertz, but yeah, I'll get your team. Yeah, it's a shame about cover. If we Kante has to start as well, but yeah, for me, I think Bruno will go like this. I think yeah, for sure, Kepa he will be there. Kepa, Cucurella, like you said, I think he will be dropped. He has to be dropped. And
Yes.
for me, I was even thinking Lewis Hall to bring him back into the frame. If it was me, I'd put Lewis Hall left back. Left back, Koulibaly in Badiashile, so it'd be three of them at the back. I'll bring Lewis Hall. If he's 100% fit, he should be given another chance. He was frozen out. I don't know why. He was playing well.
Is it not too risky to put two less back at the
Yeah,
the three at the
yeah,
back.
he's risky. What I'm saying, he's very risky. But I just want to give him a chance. That's why. But all right, say we keep him on the bench. Hopefully, he comes on.
Anyway,
Because
Lewis has a good attacking threat. Yeah.
yeah, because if we go by the law, really, it has to be Chalobah right back, like you said, both of you.
Nick. You know that
Yeah.
Everton player slapped Harry Kane in the face.
Oh God, Everton just equalised last in injury time. It was 1-0 to Tottenham. They just equalised. 1-1, 1-1. But 5 minutes to play.
Who was
What's
leading
happened?
before?
Tottenham are winning. Oh, what a goal! Unbelievable goal! I just see it. Coleman of Everton just got a thunderbolt outside the area, man. God.
I'm not gonna
40
lie. If that stays 1-0, that's a good result for us. If Tottenham drop points,
Yeah, of course it is. And I'm glad I
That
wanted
means
Everton.
Man United are going to drop from that position.
How many minutes is that? 4. 4 minutes left. Injury time. This is.
Come on,
Tottenham
Everton, slap them motherfuckers up.
Yeah, man, 1-1. Great. Tottenham are winning, 1-0 through all the game. And Coleman comes up with a thunderbolt. Unbelievable goal. They're showing it all the time. Oh, it's Keane, sorry. Keane, actually. Yeah. Sean Dyche is going berserk on the touchline, like any manager should. Look,
That's what we need at our club, bro. We need a proper elite manager.
I'm watching the pictures now.
Shouting at that touchline, yeah. Like
this could be survival for them. And I knew Sean Dyche will keep them up. Yeah, I said Leicester will go down with Southampton and maybe Bournemouth or someone. But Everton are going to stay up. Too big to go down. And they've got Sean Dyche as well. Yeah, I'm just watching the last minutes. Tottenham on the attack. Oh, no. Anyway, we keep in touch with that. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, you're right. James has to be right back. Koulibaly, Badiashile, Rhys James, right wing back. Chilwell, left wing back. And here it gets, we're going to drop our captain, cover. Are we going to drop our captain now? What do you lot think?
He has to hand the captain band back to Kante, please.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
Kante
needs to
I
get
want
that
Kante. Kante has to start for me as well. But you never know. If he's 100%, he will. If he's not 100%, he'd be covered again. So I don't mind. I love both players. Either one starts with Enzo, I'll be happy. And, it'd be the captain. Of course, Kante is going to be the captain if Cover doesn't play. And of course, and Mudryk, for me, I will start him again. Even after he missed those chances, I'll still start him. He will score. And like you said about the last time we played against Liverpool, he was really good. So, yeah, Mudryk has to start. And Felix has to start, of course. And it's and Havertz, do I keep Havertz? You know what? Yeah, it's hard to put Maduki there. And, say we put Maduki, Felix, and have Mudryk. Something different than Havertz. But because Maduki, he's tall as well. But I don't know. It's hard for me to drop Havertz. What about Aubameyang? Maybe he will come back.
Depends on the coach.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It will have been fantastic if you can drop Havertz and just use
Bring Aubameyang, give him another chance.
I think Aubameyang.
Let's just see something different.
I think Aubameyang might be back in the fold because of this.
Yeah, there will
be. He might.
Deals. Every player's going to be back in the fold now. It's Potter's gone. It's a new, setup now. They all know it's going to be a new manager. It's different now. They're all going to get a chance. Even Mason Mount will get there. He will hopefully get going again. I don't mind seeing Mount either.
I
with
don't mind seeing Mount back in the side either.
yeah,
But
I want to
it's
see
the fact
Mount
that
about
the
yeah,
contract situation is coming to play as well, bro. That's
yeah,
another
that
thing.
they haven't decided that as well. That's the thing. Who's here late? God, let's see. Someone just jumped. He's certified's come back. Yeah,
Terrifying.
yeah. JK, we're talking about the Liverpool game now. We're doing our lineups. We all done them. Well, Max, I don't know where Max is gone.
Nick, how do you feel about João Felix so
I
far?
like Joe Felix has to start. I know he missed some chances. He should have passed. We could have had a goal.
I think he's
He,
greedy on the ball, you know. I think he's too greedy on the ball. He
I
needs
don't
to
think
pass the ball. He needs to
he's
pass the
young. Don't
ball more,
forget,
more
you know
often.
what? Felix needs an elite manager to get him going properly. That Felix will come to light when we get a proper manager there. But you know, I wouldn't drop Felix. No chance. Felix has to start. It could be Mudryk, Felix, and Mason Mount. I don't mind because Havertz
I
can
wouldn't
sound.
mind that still. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see Mason Mount start tomorrow and show. I want him to show what he's made of. Prove to them that he's worth what he wants. You know, imagine if he starts and has a great game like we know he can. Then
Yes,
he will be.
if Mason Mount has to start, I would have loved to drop Modric for him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Then João
give
Felix
him a
and
chance.
Mason Mount
Leave
in the wing.
Mudryk on the bench. Give Mason Mount a chance. Maybe let's see what Bruno does. You know, we have great players. You know, we have a great squad.
Yes, we have
So
a
we have,
handful
but
of them.
just need a great manager now. That's all. Yeah, JK, you back?
Yes, I am. I'm back.
All right. We done our lineups. Three of us
Has
anyway.
Dex done his as well?
Dex done his Liverpool lineup. He can give
Okay.
us a Chelsea lineup as well if he wants.
Okay.
Dex.
JK, you
yeah.
going to the game tomorrow, bro?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Alright,
JK's good.
listen. How do you feel that the atmosphere is gonna be tomorrow?
The atmosphere will be. I think it'll be. I think better. A bit
Much
better
better.
than usual.
Yeah.
Knowing that the Potter's gone and the players, and knowing that we'll probably get a new manager in. Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I do think it'll be all hell crowd. I can imagine when we score, it'll be limbs. It'll be crazy.
Hopefully we score and win the
Yeah.
game. Now that it will be electric tomorrow. It's a massive game, like I said, for both clubs. Go ahead, give us your lineup. Your choice.
I'll just say this little statement for Liverpool. I mean,
Yeah.
I think my confidence has increased a bit, but then also Liverpool are going into this game needing a win as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know when Liverpool are angry, they're the Liverpool you don't want to face. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing that gets me confidence is that their away record is horrible, especially against the big six. Do you know what I'm saying? And we managed to hold them off at Anfield. I do think we played very, very well there. I think we were the better team.
They smashed Man United though 7-0.
Yeah, but that was at Anfield. I mean, we're playing at Stamford Bridge, so it should be different. They're not been good away all season. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been very vulnerable at the back as well, even in the midfield. I've also realized sometimes they're all over the place. Do you know what I'm saying? In the midfield, I mean, I do think Chelsea should be able to. I think Chelsea should hit them on the counter attack, as I did see when we were counter attacking under Potter. We did look quite dangerous. I can't lie to you. The thing is, we were just missing so many chances. Do you know what I'm saying? On the build up to them.
You're right.
So for me, is that if we can be clinical, it's about us being clinical. Because Liverpool are going to open up. They're going to give these attackers a lot of space, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold. That wing is going to be so open for Chilwell to run through. I'm being so raw. So the main man should be Chilwell for this game. Not only Chilwell, but João Felix. We need his technical ability to dribble. Do you know what I'm saying? As Van Dijk has had trouble with players that can dribble.
Do you know what
Chilwell
I'm
just
saying?
sent. Chilwell just sent a message out to Potter.
Yeah,
Is it?
he's the first one. No, no one sent him any messages.
A lot of them didn't respond to even send a
No.
message at all. They were just so
No.
quiet.
Yeah.
JK, you can go on, please. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, maybe that's how Chilwell is. But anyways, this game I think is very, very evenly matched. Just like Chelsea, Liverpool is it's always been a game of two halves. You cannot see a winner. I don't know what it is, but most of the time you just can't. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just very even.
He goes
Um,
back. He goes back years and years. It's always a big match. Massive. It doesn't matter
yeah,
where
very.
we are in the table. This is massive tomorrow. Honestly.
This is very massive.
Yeah. Go on.
So yeah, if Chelsea can be clinical, because I do think we will get opportunities and space to score. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's be honest. I don't want us to be too hard on our players when they get their shot saved by Alisson because he is a good goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's very, very even. But okay, for my lineup, let me stop the talking. So my lineup will be just goalkeeper Kepa, back three, and this is where I want him to get it right because it was bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So Badiashile, in no particular order. Badiashile, Koulibaly. Is Thiago Silva back? Or Wesley Fofana? Still.
No. They're still out, them two.
He's still unavailable. Fofana is ready, but we don't know if he's going to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably on the bench.
Okay,
Yeah,
probably on the bench. Okay, I'll go Cucurella, Koulibaly, and Badiashile. I wasn't happy with Cucurella's performance against Aston Villa.
What about Chalobah? You don't want to put
Chalobah.
Chalobah? Yeah.
Okay, Chalobah. We'll put Chalobah there. I thought he was injured.
No, he's okay. He's ready. He was on the bench against Villa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chalobah, Koulibaly, and Badiashile. On the left, Chilwell. On the right, Reece James. The normal pivot, Kova and Enzo. Kante can come on later. We need to manage his fitness.
Yeah, we have to be careful. Yeah, you're
We
right.
need
That's
to be
what I was
careful with
worried
them.
about.
Do you know what I'm saying? The front three. I don't know if starting Mason Mount in a big game, especially regarding his contract, is smart. I'll be very honest with you.
Maybe not a good idea.
It's not smart at all. For me,
maybe he should come on from the bench if we need.
Yeah, he should come on from the bench. Really, for me, I think I'll put Mudryk there. Mudryk needs confidence. I mean, maybe he can get a goal in Liverpool. Maybe we'll see. Havertz will probably start there. And João Felix.
Yeah, that's what we all said. Most of us. I don't mind. You know what? I don't mind if Aubameyang is ready. I don't mind giving him a chance again. And let Havertz have a rest. Go on.
Nick, I don't mind. Can I do Liverpool's lineup or no?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right, Dex.
Hold on. Let's go to Max first.
All right,
Max. Yeah, I was calling you before, but
sorry, I don't know what happened.
That's all right.
I could hear you guys, but I couldn't.
Oh, you can hear, yeah.
I couldn't find where the application was.
There's nothing. No problem. We're doing the Liverpool game now.
Yeah.
What you want to say about the Liverpool game? Give us your lineup. What you think Bruno should do? We'll go from there.
As Dex said earlier in the show, Liverpool play one way. Klopp only knows one way to play, and that's the high line. And even if it isn't working, they still carry on playing it. And I thought it's going to be a cagey game because we have 2 out of 4 teams. Liverpool's away record is shocking. Our home record isn't the best. But I'm hoping that obviously the new manager bounce and the players, the fans are going to have a lift because obviously the atmosphere was a bit toxic around the bridge. So now that it's going to give everyone's going to get a lift. Hopefully the players feed off the fans, and I'm just hoping for a good performance. We need pace because Liverpool always leave space in behind. We don't struggle against teams like Liverpool. We struggle more against teams who part the bus and defend deep. Liverpool don't do that. They always give you a chance. So I think we can get something out of the game. To be honest, if with the energy that we're going to put into this game. So my team is going to be obviously it's Kepa in goal, back three. They're probably going to keep the back three, so it's going to be Chilwell and James, and it has to be Koulibaly, Badiashile, and I'll play Shalaba if Fofana's not fully fit.
Yeah,
I will play Kante. I think Kante, and we need to see how good he is for the real. We can't play starting for the Real Madrid game. We need to see whether he's ready now. So I'll play Kante and Fernandez because against the top teams, Kante always produces. I know he's coming back from injury, but I'll give him a run at it. And it was good to see him come back the other day. That's the only.
He looked good the other day.
Yeah, he
looked good. So you're right. Yeah.
And I'll play. I know Modric is not confident. Hopefully, he'll start to gain his confidence again. So Modric, Felix. We need to play Felix because he's direct. He'll run at the Liverpool defence. Modric's got the pace. And my surprise, my joker in the pack is going to be probably I'll put Mason on the bench.
Yeah,
and come off the bench. But my joker in the pack is going to be, and I know it's not going to happen, but it'll be. I'd love to see it. Is an actual striker on the pitch, not Aubameyang, Fofana.
Fofana. Yeah, I forgot.
Fofana.
Yeah, I was going to. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind.
Again, he's quick. He likes to play in behind and the last man, and with a team like Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think, as I said, I don't think it would happen. I think they're going to stick with Havertz, but
I think Havertz. Nice. I agree with you. What I saw of him against Southampton, that he played so well and he took him off. He needs to start for me. You're right. I hope that he sees that because he's ready. He's always on the bench. He's ready. So I hope he starts. Havertz can have a rest. Really.
Yeah, Havertz looks a bit tired for me.
He needs to rest.
So it'll be good to see, and it will give, it'll freshen things up a bit and
something different.
Something different. Liverpool may not be expecting. So give them something else to think about.
I really hope that'd be great if he does start. Be really good with Modric and Felix. Could be something.
What's Sterling's? What's Sterling's?
Sterling he still had a knock. What he said today, he said the injury situation is the same, so that means he must be out.
I was just about to ask about Sterling. I mean, if he was fit, I would have started him. I'm being honest with you. I mean, he's been very good going forward.
He's been better. Yeah, you're right there, but I think he's still injured.
Yeah,
could make the bench maybe. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I think we if we are direct, exploit the space, Liverpool. What we need to do is just bypass the press, and we're through on goal really. So and I just wish, as I said, I hope that what's it name, Modric can find his confidence in front of goal.
Yeah, I think Modric Max, he just needs more time, game time. Yeah. He's getting it slowly.
I'm not knocking.
I like him. I like Modric. Yeah.
When you think he's just sort of come from Ukrainian football,
of course,
everything else, so he's not going to. But what I like is his movement. Even that one where we fluffed his lines, where we sort of back passed it to the goalkeeper. The movement was very good just before that. What he should have done though, once he got into that position, he should have taken a couple of extra touches because he was so clear of the.
He had so much time. God,
he could have just rounded the keeper. He could have done anything. He could have just but he. Again, that comes with a bit of confidence when things are not good. If the team were playing well, we're winning games. He scores that one 9 times out of 10. But because of sort of the pressure and everything else, that's why I think he messed that one up.
Yeah, I'm not worried about our players. We have great players, like I keep saying. We just need the right
thing.
Manager.
We've got some excellent players. We just need the confidence back in them, a bit of cohesion. them
Yeah.
to have a clear plan of what they're doing on the
And
on the park.
and you know, and the other thing is the toxic atmosphere didn't help these players.
Exactly.
I could feel it. You can feel it when you're there. It's got to be different tomorrow.
Yeah.
The atmosphere's got to be back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be. Let's see. It should be different. Let's hope we go and beat Liverpool. We haven't for how long? I can't remember the last time we beat them now. God.
But when's the last
Yeah.
time they beat us? I think.
Yeah,
apart
it's
from-
same. It's always draws.
It's all draws. I think the last 7 or
Yeah.
8 games have been draws.
Yeah.
After full time. Yeah.
Always draws. Always close draws. But good games. And
Yeah.
don't forget, Anthony Taylor is making his debut at
Oh.
Stamford Bridge.
He's not gonna.
Yeah,
He's gonna.
so we're gonna
He's gonna
play
have to have an
against.
escort. He's gonna
We're
have to
gonna
have
play
12 players.
against
the ground.
12 man.
Imagine, you know, before the
Yeah.
game started, the fans are going to be game mad. I haven't got a ticket yet. I'm still hoping maybe they get me one. If they do, I'll be on his back for sure. if I get
Whatever
a
you
ticket.
do there, don't run onto the pitch.
No,
They did
God,
a few years
no,
ago.
that's banned for life now. Yeah, Max. You know, that's why I didn't. I had the ticket for Villa. I told you that I didn't go because I was too. How can you say? Too nervous, frustrated, nervous, everything, and I could have done something silly, really. So I'm glad I didn't go. But yeah, and imagine being banned for life. Yeah, that would kill me off completely.
You don't want that.
No. I'm you know, I'm an old man now. I have to calm down. Oh God. Yeah, so yeah, great. Yeah, let's hope we do it tomorrow. Oh, I think Dex is gone. I was gonna come to him. Maybe he's come back. Let me see.
He's running scared, I think.
Yeah. No, he's back. He's back.
Did he give prediction? Did Dex give prediction?
Yeah, no, he has to give us his Chelsea one. Yeah, sort of. You were saying about Liverpool. Dex, you back?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. It crashed for
That's
some
all right.
reason.
Don't worry. Yeah, it's connection things. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't. So let's go to you, Dex. We said what we had to say. What's going to happen? What do you think? You want to give your Chelsea lineup as well, if you can, and tell us, you know, what you think will happen tomorrow night. Yeah, Dex.
Do you know what? Like, this game for me, I feel like it will sort of define our season. I mean, like Manchester City, you know, to be honest, we would be lucky if we got a result there. Like, you know, first 20 minutes we played very well, got the goal, but then, you know, see with the quality they had, they just punished us. And when the 2 goals went in, we went into 1-1, and then they scored in the second half. Our heads just dropped, and we just looked like a different team. But yeah, we can't be doing that. I mean, I know that we'll get a reaction. I know Klopp will get a reaction out of them because apparently after the City game on Sunday, he got the team together to hold like a crisis talk meeting about the recent form. So hopefully, whatever they spoke about, he's got them like reared up, or you know, wake them up a little bit, saying, "Listen, we need to, you know, start pushing on now. We need to put in a last ditch effort," and hopefully the players have bought onto that because we haven't been good recently. So yeah, I mean, I'll still back my team. I know in the big games we can perform. I mean, United, for example. I said, to be honest, I said on that day when we played United, even though we were at home, I said, you know, I was expecting United to come and give us a game, and it would be a hard game, but you know, we turn up and we absolutely punished them and battered them. And it shocked everyone. So, you know, hopefully we can put in the sort of same forms as that. Obviously, JK and Max said about our away record. I mean, yeah, it is pretty bad. I think it's worse than Southampton's this season. So, yeah, it's not very good looking at that. But hopefully it can all change tomorrow night. It'll be great if we get an away win. But yeah, Stamford Bridge is a hard place to go to. I've always said it. It's always tied there. We haven't got a great record there. Always ends in draws or whatever. But, you know, hopefully we can turn up and it can change. But I'm not underestimating you guys, of course. You know, Potter's gone.
Yeah.
Players might be up for it. Players might come back into the fold now. You mentioned Aubameyang or Mount.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. But we'll go into that game and hopefully we can get a win. I mean, we've got dangerous players as well. We've got Gakpo.
God.
Gakpo, I think Gakpo will give problems the way he picks the
I
ball up and
hope
runs.
Salah doesn't have one of those games when he just has a quiet game, and then he comes up with a unbelievable shot.
Yeah.
What he usually does to us.
Yeah. No, the goal he scored against City was
he loves scoring against Chelsea.
I know, yeah. His goal he scored
much,
against City was a great finish. It was a brilliant finish. I think
that's what I'm worried about.
And he always score world class goals against us.
Yes, exactly, Odu. And that's what I'm worried about. Keep him quiet. And we do usually keep him quiet. Then he comes up with something out of the blue. God.
Yeah.
But let's see. He should.
Yeah. It's Salah's the one thing you can't fault about Salah. I know he's not having a great season, but the one thing about him, he scores in the big games. He always
hasn't had a great
games.
season, but I think he's 17 goals?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, imagine how cool. Yeah, that's a bad season.
I know.
Unbelievable, man.
The thing is that The thing about JK said, I heard what JK said about Mudryk. Obviously, Mudryk is a great player and he gave us defense problems, but I will respond to JK with this. JK, when you've got, I think Salah will give Ben Chilwell problems on that right hand side. I think he will. I don't think Ben Chilwell, Mo Salah in 1v1s is something else when he's got the ball at his feet. The way he dribbles and gets past players with his pace.
I'm not talking about Chilwell in a defensive sense. I'm talking about an attacking sense. He can trouble Trent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But this is the thing.
Yeah,
if
I
Chilwell
think Mo
gambles,
Salah is
yeah. I just wanted to ask this, JK. Yeah, if Chilwell, the thing with Chilwell is though, like with us, if Ben Chilwell bombs forward, don't you think it'll be a risk for Salah to get space in behind? Because the thing about Salah, when he gets space in behind to run, he's pretty much through on goal. I know you're playing three at the back, but normally leaving Salah on the own on his wing, he normally punishes in those positions when I watch him, obviously.
But the thing is, Chilwell has the license to go forward because he has people covering for him. Do you know what I'm saying? For example, normally when we attack, sometimes Reece James can get involved. Do you know what I'm saying? So in it, but like when we have two wing backs, it could be a problem since we get beat in transition. So for this game, I don't see Chelsea just going and dominating Liverpool. Like for example, the way, like for example, pinning you back and just passing around your back line. No, I see you doing it to us in a sense, but then I think we'll be trying to look for counter attacks. I do, and in a sense, like the way we played against Leeds, we did well. The reason why we had so many chances because our counter attacking football was good. And that was not coached by Potter. That was coached by our own players. They coached themselves to that win. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is why we need the players to get together and actually we need to build momentum. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we've got the squad to coach ourselves in. The players have good chemistry. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just this Potter guy was just there. He was clueless. They had to listen to his voice in the flipping backroom staff and in the dressing room. Imagine, it was bad. You will be telling them to do this. They'll be playing knowing that the goal that goes in, I'll be coming off. Although I still want to score more. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's why they didn't send any goodbye messages. Only Chilwell sent one.
Yeah.
But Nick, can I just predict Liverpool's lineup?
Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do it. Yeah.
I'll just say one thing.
I'll go to Jacob to give us his lineup. Yeah, let Dex finish first, and then you can get.
Two more things, just two more quick things.
Yeah.
Number one, the midfield that Klopp has to play, he has to get it right, and I think he has to make some uncool changes. I'm expecting Henson to be benched because Henson wasn't good enough, and he hasn't got the legs anymore. And I think as well. I don't want to see like a Milner in this game. I mean, Milner. He might, Milner's
on the bench,
but he's just not good enough to start. He's someone that you want to bring on and see out a game with his experience. But yeah, I will say one thing though. I'll change my lineup a bit, Nick. I'll drop out Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I think I'll play Curtis
that's why
Jones.
I was a bit surprised when you said Chamberlain.
Yeah, I'll play
Also,
Curtis Jones in this game. I think
I think
Curtis Jones
he's good
deserves a
for a
chance.
sub at the moment. That player, he lost it. He had so much potential, before then at Arsenal, and then he just lost it. I don't know why. That player. It's like a Ruben Loftus-Cheek for me. Started off great, then faded out.
Yeah, I know.
Injury, big injury. He had the same, similar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was promising. My prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've got a feeling it's going to be a 1-1 draw. 1-1 again.
It's always 1-1. It has to be
I
something
think it's going to be either 1-1 or a slight 2-1 win. It'll be one of those. But yeah, that's pretty much
2-1 to Liverpool.
Yes, 2-1. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll nick it. I think Salah will nick it with a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, God, don't say that, man. But anything can happen. Before, if it was Poland now, we wouldn't care. We would say smash us like you did United, but it's not. So we have to be
he's gone now. He's gone now.
He's gone. And now we can support the team, like we did. Oh, my God. Crazy life. Yeah, so, 2-1 or 1-1 for you. Jacob, are you there? Or you are busy?
Hey, Nick, yeah, I can give you my lineup here real quick.
Go ahead. I was waiting.
So I'm going to do something
go on. Yeah.
A little different, right? Just because Potter's gone and we've been playing 5 at the back a lot and everything. So, or 3 at the back, with the wing backs. So let's do something different, right? Let's go Kepa at the back, and then we'll go Reece James, Badiashile, Koulibaly, and then Chilwell. And then let's go ahead and go with Enzo as a 6. And then in front of him, go with Kovacic and Conte. And then, it's like 3 kind of in the midfield there.
So you play all 3. Yeah. I see.
And then going forward. Yeah, a little different.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah,
go on.
Going forward, just like on top, I would just have probably Mudryk, Felix, and then either Havertz or Aubameyang if, the new coach wants to, get Aubameyang back involved.
Yeah, good idea, really. Yeah, I want to see Havertz rested a bit just to get him freshed up. I like Havertz. I love Havertz, but he's played every single game for how long now?
Right, and I feel like we've been using that other formation a lot recently. So, maybe switch it up and go with a little 4-3-3.
Something new, surprise Liverpool. We have to, Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's a good lineup, man. Very good. What's your prediction?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I really do feel like it's going to be a draw. It's like, it's just always that way. And it feels like
usually
everything is setting up that, that way again. But maybe I'll be optimistic since Potter's gone. We'll go 2-1 Chelsea. Who knows?
Yeah, you have to be. We have to be now. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about the game, Jacob?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I'm excited for it. Like, I hope, you guys that are going have a good time and,
if I go,
more
I
energy.
I might go Serifos game. I haven't got a ticket yet. But I can get one during the day. Depends if I'm lucky.
Yeah, just got to back the team and everything. And I think the fans will definitely be doing that. And, even though like we haven't been playing well, anytime you play a team like Liverpool, it's always exciting because they have great players.
Tomorrow.
And so it should be a fun game.
It's massive for both clubs. Liverpool have to win to stay in touch if they want to finish 4th or 5th maybe now. Even, for them. But they have a chance still. And for us as well, if we want to finish in that Europa place, we have to start winning. We can't afford another loss, really. We have to win tomorrow, for me. But, let's go to Odu for your prediction. Odu?
Yeah.
What's your prediction tomorrow?
Oh, well, tomorrow I think from that 2-0 defeat to Manchester City, I think Liverpool are going to come back and give a good fight against us. Probably I will have been saying we have no chance because they are a wounded lion. But for the fact that we've just changed a manager and we have a different atmosphere right now, tactically they themselves they are a bit wary of us now because they don't know the kind of pattern they're going to face against Chelsea. So for
Yeah,
me, I think it will still be a tight game. I see a 1-0 win for Chelsea in that
good.
encounter.
Yeah. Certify.
Sorry.
Yeah. What's your prediction tomorrow?
I don't want to be too confident because you know what happens when I get confident, and I'm
Yeah.
bad with predictions as well. So,
Well, I'm going to come to our predictions after you say your prediction.
oh
A
God.
few of us got some right, actually. Not many, but yeah, go on.
Oh,
Yeah. What's your
you know what? Just
prediction?
on the safe side, I'm just gonna go 1-1. Just on the safe
Yeah,
side.
because that's usually what happens in this game. Yeah. Dex said 2-1, Liverpool or 1-1 as well. Max?
You heard it here first. 3-1 to Chelsea. There you go.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I hope so. I hope, really pray for that. Yeah, that's great. You want to say anything else about the game or we move on?
I wanted to predict
Sorry,
Liverpool
Dex.
down.
It's going
Yeah.
to be a good day for you. That's all. I'm just apologising to Dex. So.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. We come to Dex in a minute, but yeah, we have to be positive. Yeah, sorry,
Did Dex say
certified.
2-1? Did Dex say 2-1?
You said 2-1 Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
good.
Liverpool
2-1
set up.
or a draw, Max. 2-1 or
Yeah,
1
but
or
you
draw.
can't have two. You have to choose. Dex, you have to make your choice.
Okay, yeah, I'll go for a 2-1 win then. 2-1 win.
Yeah, but you have to be. You have to make the positive prediction here. Yeah, 3-1, 2-1, 1-0. Odu and was it you? Jacob said 2-1. Was it Jacob?
Yeah, I said 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
But I
So
really kind of think it might be a draw, but I
yeah,
can't say
we
that.
all have that.
Can't be
back
boring,
feeling,
right?
but we have to be positive. Yeah, for me, I have to go what I said when Pora was sacked. I put my prediction in that top six. What I do, that Sky thing, Super Six. I put Chelsea 2-0, and I'm confident we can go and win at last and not concede. It's about time Kepa had a great game again. So 2-0 for me. And yeah, for me it's 2-0. I hope I'm right. It's gonna be a massive game. God,
I hope we win.
Of course, I hope we
Yeah.
have to win. Sort of, we have to. It's
Yeah, we
about
have to. We
time.
need to win, man.
Yeah,
But like for me, I think Liverpool set up with a back four like they always do. So for goalkeeper, they have Alisson. The back
yeah.
four will have Robertson, Van Dijk. I don't know who will play next to Van Dijk. Would it be Konate?
Cannot. Yeah,
Yeah, Konate. Alexander Arnold. And then in midfield, they'll probably use Fabinho. They'll probably play who did they play against City?
they played for.
Milner. Oh, Henderson, wasn't it?
Yeah, Henderson, not Milner.
Okay, they played.
Yeah.
I think they'll play Hendo and Fabinho, and they'll play Harvey Elliott. The front three,
Okay.
I think they'll have Mohamed Salah. Is Nunes back next?
Yeah, he's back fit. Yeah.
Okay, I want him to start just so he can miss some chances.
Yeah, but he might. Don't say that. He could prove us wrong.
Yeah, true.
He's a danger
He's
man.
gonna score now.
God, yeah.
I hope he doesn't. Probably
Yeah, I
I've
hope he
jinxed it
does.
now.
I hope he
I
has a
probably
miss
jinxed
game.
it.
Yeah.
But like Nunes was. I think Nunes.
Yeah.
Who else do you
Cody
play on the
Gakpo,
left?
maybe.
Gakpo, yeah, Gakpo.
Garpo, another one. He could come good on the day. We have to be careful here. Yeah, I see. Yeah, go back to last week, just to tell certify the others weren't here. We all, you got 0 correct scores. Was it Deals got 1 draw. He got the Forest 1, Wolves 1. I got the 3-3. Remember, I said Brighton 3,
Yeah.
Brentford 3. I got that right. 3-3.
Nick, I'm sure I got one right. It was the Palace
No,
game.
I'll tell you what you put. I have it all written down here. Palace, you got Palace 1-2-1. You said 1-1.
Oh yeah, they did win. I kept thinking they drew. Oh
Yeah,
god.
no one got the Palace game right. Yeah, except for Reese got the Palace game right. He got it 2-1. Reese and Ghana, he also got the Everton, Newcastle 2, United 0. He got that. So 4 of us got 1 and you got 0, I'm afraid. Never mind. Next time we do
Yeah, I'm
that.
so bad at predictions. I can't lie.
No, but sometimes you are right. But it's been a while. You have to move up, or you're gonna get relegated. I'm afraid. You have to start getting some right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
someone put Sean Dyche in my head, please.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need him as your manager now. I think. He finished 1-1, didn't he? At Tottenham. We set up.
Yeah, 1-1, 10,
Yeah,
10 against 10.
that was great. Everton got their late equaliser. Thank God
It was
for
a
that.
brilliant
God.
goal as well.
Yeah, I saw it, Max. I
Keane.
saw it. I was
Yeah,
watching it.
yeah.
Great shot from Dean. Yeah.
Keane. Yeah, yeah.
Keen, sorry, yeah. Yeah, so let's see if anyone got that 1-1. Maybe certifies lucky here. No. You put Everton 2-1. No one. No one. I'll put 1-0. And it was 1-1. No one put the 1-1. God, I'm shocked. Yeah, so we do that next. We're gonna do the Liverpool, of course, reaction. On Wednesday, probably, yeah, and probably Thursday, Friday. We're gonna do the next set. We got Wolves next week. We're gonna do the preview for that. So a lot of shows coming up. Yeah, I think we said it all. Anyone else wants to say anything before we go? Go ahead. Arizi's come right at the end. Could you believe this? Never mind, we'll put him in.
Yeah, I've got to go. But so
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Thanks, Max.
I want tomorrow is the fans to all galvanize together. Most of the fan base got what they want now, so let's just try.
Yeah, so it's about time they showed.
Let's just try to help the team along the way for the last 10 games.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You know, the season's not over until it's over. You know,
of course,
we need to get as many points as we can get towards now until the end of the season and see where that takes us, and then up the Blues as always.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Max.
See you guys
Max,
later.
Max, before you go, just want to say good luck for tomorrow, and may the best team win.
May the best team win. And you know what? I always say whenever we play, I just want no controversy. If Liverpool were better on the day and they beat us on the day because they're better than us, then I put
the problem, Max.
But when we got that idiot Anthony Taylor manage and refereeing it, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm really amazed at Anthony Taylor. How can they pick him of all people?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
but we're going to find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Anyway, have a good night.
Thanks, Max, for coming.
Later. Take care.
Yeah,
Bye.
of course.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thanks. Reese, welcome, Reese. Very late, but never mind.
Da 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 da.
Hey, Peter, all's good.
Yes, he's gone. Oh, I'm so happy about that, man.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Graham Potter,
yeah.
man.
God, you come very late, but never mind. We we'll put you on. You're 3 hours late. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you the good news for you. You got the one prediction right for last week.
Yay.
You got Palace 2, Leicester 1. You got one result. I had the 3-3, Brighton and Brentford. Deals had the 1-1, Forest Wolves. And Ghana had a 2-0 Newcastle, you know.
Nice.
Certified bottom at the table, I'm afraid. Sorry to keep telling you, JK. Oh, he's gone now. Where is he? Oh, he's gone.
He's
He
long
got
gone.
0. You know, he's
See,
gone
Dex
now.
is in there.
Yeah, Dex
going
is
on,
here.
Dex?
We have Otto here. Jacob is still here. Yeah, let's get your thoughts quickly before we close up. Right, like everyone else said, quick thoughts on who you want now to succeed, and do you want the
Oh, there's
manager?
no question.
Wait.
No question.
Wait a minute, I finish. Do you want the manager to come in before the Real Madrid game, or are you patient enough to wait for next season?
So there's no question who I want in.
Zidane, yes.
No.
No?
Now that he's available, Julian Nagelsmann. No question.
Okay.
No question.
So, do you want him right now, or
I feel
you think-
like the way I see it is I think he's going to be watching. Now, this is what I like about Nagelsmann. He'll be
Yeah.
watching the Liverpool game to see how our players like to
Oh,
operate.
for sure. Yeah.
So, and I think after the Liverpool game, I think he'll make his decision. But he always likes to watch the teams play before. So,
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I'd like him in before the Madrid game. But then at the same time, I think, especially with our fan base and how toxic it is, we're gonna have like triple pressure on him, like because we're gonna want him to we're not only gonna want him to beat Madrid, we're gonna want him to get like at least like a European spot. Like he's gonna have tons of pressure, which I think. I mean, when you're managing a team like Bayern Munich and you have you think how much pressure you have there, and he'd come in and he used to smash teams. Like PSG beat Barcelona, smashed them. PSG smashed them. So I think you know we need to just wait and see. But now I think Nagelsmann's the man, or Enrique, any of them. Will take.
The other question is, what did you hear Bruno Salter's press conference?
I heard a couple of things. I didn't really watch the whole thing because I don't really like him.
It came good. It came out good to me. He said everything. You know, he said he talked about the Villa game. He said we had great moments. We were good, but we made silly mistakes.
Yes.
He admitted it. You know, he talked good actually for me.
I like what he said. He said, what was the comment he made? He said, "This is Chelsea, and Chelsea need to win," or it was something along the lines of that. That's what I thought. Fair enough.
He said
his
Chelsea
first press conference. His first press conference is better than Potter's like 7-8 months in charge.
Yeah.
So,
he said, "Look, we have to. I'm here for on a game by game basis. All I'm thinking about is Liverpool right now. They were asking him about other games. He said, I don't want to talk about other games. I'm here for the Liverpool game. Yeah.
Well, I heard some rumors.
It talked good, man. Really good.
I heard some rumors that whether it's true or not, I heard that if Nagelsmann comes in, it's from a reliable source. If Nagelsmann comes in, he wants John Terry as well.
Yeah, I heard that
Terry
as well, actually. Yeah.
And John Terry come out and said, you know, I won't come out of retirement for anything but Chelsea.
Yeah,
so,
I heard that. I hope it's true, like you said. It'd be great to have John Terry. Doesn't matter who's the manager. John Terry can really do something special there.
If I was Liverpool and I was Liverpool fans, and I'm speaking to Dex as well here, I'd be worried. You've got a mentally unstable Chelsea Football Club, mate. That's you're coming to the asylum. You're coming to Stamford Bridge, mate. So,
well, what's your prediction for tomorrow? We said ours.
With Liverpool, it always ends up going to penalties because they always struggle to score against us. So I think the way their form's been, I think we beat them 2-0. I don't see him even getting.
That's what I said.
I say 2-0.
Max said 3-1. Jacob went 2-1. Otto went 1-0. Dex 2-1 Liverpool, of course. I said 2-0 as well. I want a clean sheet. I want to see Kepa do one of his special games. And you know, I want to see something different. A lineup as well.
I'm excited.
Detrov Fofana up top. And
no, a lot of people. So what I've heard is Bruno our manager
Yeah.
really likes Aubameyang, really likes him.
Yeah, I hope he plays him.
So
Give
Aubameyang
Havertz a rest.
over Havertz, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind to see that throw off
David that
Aubameyang.
Fofana. Yeah.
What? Yeah, and you know, give them a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah,
It
man.
doesn't matter if
100%.
it's Liverpool. Look, our season is more or less done. Let
Done,
these
yeah.
players show something. Give them a chance.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. Anything? Go ahead. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Not really much, to be fair. I mean, like, you know, we've all been putting all of our energy into Potter getting sacked,
God,
and then
yeah.
now that it's finally happened and Bowley listened, I think now our ideal is, you know, we get, you know, a top man in, and then just
Yeah.
finish off strong for the rest of the season. If we get knocked out of the Champions League, it happens.
Yeah, of
So,
course. I won't be too angry like usually. You know what I mean? Because
I won't be
what's happened so far, you know, everything happened because new owners knew this. They didn't know about football. We had so much things going on. So it's a bonus whatever we do now. It's going to be a bonus.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, chaps. Jacob, Odu, anyone wants to say anything before we go?
Big ups for having me on, Nick. Appreciate it as always.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I know you were very busy and you can't come all the time, but you know, I always send you the link when you can. You know, always come.
Absolutely appreciate it.
Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, and Odu, thanks, Dex, and Reese. Thanks for coming, even if it's late. You know, you're always welcome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And we'll be back here on Wednesday, of course, for the reaction. It could be good for us or Dex. We're gonna see. Yeah. Yeah, with that, I think we said it all. So yeah, thanks people to all the people in the chat. Thanks for coming on, and thanks to Max as well. Deals, Certify, Cheryl came on early. Thanks to everyone who come on. I appreciate it. It helps the channel. It helps us going, and we've been going for over 3 hours. So thanks a lot. So with that, we're going to end. And let's hope we're going to get a great result tomorrow night. So with that, thanks and good night and bless you all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, go. Dex, anything else?
No, just
yeah. So
good luck for tomorrow.
And may the Reece said, may the best team win. Or Max said, maybe the best team win, and that's
Reece,
the one and only Chelsea.
Before we go, Reece, I left you a nice little message in the chat. I hope you look here quickly.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm not going to acknowledge it though.
Yeah, new manager.
Always good talking to you, Dex.
Pochettino inbound.
God, what's this?
He's already in London, so you never know. Bowley might have been on the blower.
Yeah, it's not funny. You know, he's been mentioned, and
don't forget. Hey, listen. You might think Potts might be the worst choice out of all of them.
Yeah, and he could be the best.
But don't forget what that Tottenham squad did to your Champions League team, mate, when they knocked you down 2-1. Don't forget that, Sam.
And don't forget, we tried to go after Posh twice before. We tried to bring him in. You know, he's not a rubbish manager, we know, but we prefer someone bigger, really.
Yeah, we don't want no Tottenham DNA over the Chelsea.
No, that's the thing. What gets me, I don't want no ex-Tottenham manager. We don't want to do what they've been doing with us. You know. Yeah, Dex. It's funny comment anyway. Anyway, yeah. So with that, like I said, thanks for everyone. Thanks and God bless you all wherever you may be in the world. Thanks for coming, or watching us, or coming on. Yeah, so we end there, and we'll be back probably Wednesday. So please tune in then. Yep, as you go out. Oh, God, what is it now? Hold on. Yeah.